And Missing Me Mate, who's actually in at Oamaru on Sunday. Here's a result from Wanganui: 143, 390, 140, 160 and 150. Quinnella's $8, 61.20 the trifecta, 1435 first four, $125, and completed our opening quaddie there. And Mark Rozzo found us that first four then too. Nice work, $125. The quaddie, $967.70. Extreme Guest starts from the unruly over the 2,000 metres and is to be driven by Samantha Otley.
Well, it's silly to ask you what your season highlight is, because obviously Jules Day will forever stay in the memory.
Yeah, most definitely, Greg. Huge thrill. You only dream of driving in races like that, and to pull one off was a huge highlight. And yeah, I'm still buzzing really.
34 wins as well. I mean, you made a big move. It was always going to be a challenge for you, but it must be truly satisfying to have continued to perform right up to the top level.
Yeah, no, that's right. I sort of started out the season just sort of ticking away, battling a bit to be honest, and then I made the move to Marks, and yeah, I haven't looked back really. I owe a huge thanks to him for putting me on the team and the opportunities giving me, because that's what us young ones sort of need, is just someone to back us and give us that opportunity, and hopefully we can stand up and deliver for them. So, huge thanks to everyone.
And I know he's pretty proud of what you've been able to achieve as well. Extreme Guest in race number 4, the first drive we want to have a look at tonight, several times placed, and therefore in a maiden race is always going to be competitive.
Yeah, that's right. He's run in the money a few times now, and he's on the unruly tonight over 2,000 metre stand, which is going to make it a little bit tough. Manners are always the key in those sort of races, and if he can step and get himself an economical run, he might be a place chance.
Race number 6, part of the pick 6 tonight, Glenferrie Classic. We've always known the motors there, and we certainly saw that at Blenheim, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right. She finally put it all together there at Blenheim, and backed that up with a nice fourth last start. Watching back on the video, and she hit the line really nice, and she's got the right draw tonight, but she just needs a little bit of luck in running, and she'll go a good race.
Yeah, should get that from that draw for sure. Your last drive is on Croft Bay in race 11. It's pretty deep field though.
That's right. When you see those blue and the stars out there, it's always tough, but he's a very honest, genuine horse, and usually he stands up and begins, so he's going to need to do that tonight and have a lot of luck in running to be a place chance.
So that's Samantha Otley, of course, Rocker Band winning the Diamond, the first race on Jules Day, a massive thrill for her, getting Group 1 success for her employer, Mark Jones. And in terms of her interviewing as well, she's really developed a great rapport with the media, and thoroughly deserves all the success she gets. Now, first four wise, we're up over $10,000. Make sure you get involved here. I know it's a tricky race, but you've got that bonus money carrying forward of over $5,500. And aptly, Mark Mack loves a first four bonus. You've joined us at the right time, fresh off a day at the Thoroughbreds, and a good day it was down there at Ashburton. Marks, as I say, a very good evening to you.
G'day, Greg, and everybody. Yeah, 5.5 going forward in the first four. That'll get up over 12,000 shortly. And I've got some news coming through from the bookies too. Junior 4 $500 bets at $3.30, and now $2,300 at $3.30. So the money coming for Junior, new member of the Robert Dunn stable. With the first starter here, Happy Sticks, $9.80 and $3.10 out of the Michael House barn. Ricky May takes the drive. Second behind Prada's Ideal Darling at the Ashburton Trials. I don't think that's too bad form for this stand. 10 off the front, it draws 3 on the back row, but as we know, start so important here at the 2,000. About to be called in, Keith and Bevan Grice partnership pace it is. Try and get you another look at the first four before they get underway. Junior's definitely going to start the favourite, $3.10 the book, $3 the tote. And numerous $500 bets, and then a bigger one at $2,300. Freak Like Me, Franco Hamilton, Mismatch and Delightful Denny. First starters here, Delightful Denny, better's Delight Filly. Happy Sticks, a filly by Art Major, and the Governor, 2-year-old by Art Major. Tommy Baggery's second horse to appear on race day after DD Trotter in his first pacer. Just short of 14,000 in the first four as they come up. After Luciano at about 50 to 1, won the previous. So they get close. Memphis Mac, Franco Toddy's now right. Dynamo comes forward with Junior. Tapes release. They're racing. Bionic Man stepped first, scrambled for a bit, paced again and still landed in the lead. Galloping Freak Like Me and Happy Sticks off stride 2. Junior not fast away, but importantly is pacing. Memphis Mac was able to get through on the inside of Bionic Man, and they cross over in front of Mismatch. Supermoshi's running fourth, and fall back the inside now will go Delightful Danny as Bionic Man goes to the lead. The Governor's in the running line in front of Franco Toddy and 2 lengths to Gunner. Trixie Bromax against the pylons, and a length and a half to Junior from Franco Hamilton Extreme Guest. 2 lengths to Dynamo, about 3 lengths to Happy Sticks and 4 lengths to Freak Like Me. The lead time in 32, and it's Bionic Man and Robbie Holmes out by a length and a half. Second is Memphis Mac and third Mismatch. Delightful Danny fourth, and Supermoshi leads the outside row but covers on hand because here comes Gunner and Junior 3 wide. The Governor is in the running line, and next to the pegs is Trixie Bromac. Then Franco Toddy, Franco Hamilton, 2 lengths Happy Sticks inside of Extreme Guest. Freak Like Me second last, sticking to the inside, and last to the outer is Dynamo. The leader is now Junior with Bob Butt. Margins a length and a half on Bionic Man in the first quarter, 31.6. About 3 lengths away third Memphis Mac, and Gunner parked up fourth. He showed last start. He's got plenty of ticker and plenty of guts as well. 4 back the inside as Mismatch, and a length and a half to Supermoshi. Delightful Danny 5 the pegs from the Governor, and 2 lengths to Trixie Bromac, 2 to Franco Toddy. Speed's gone up here from Franco Hamilton. Happy Sticks against the pegs, and then came Freak Like Me, Extreme Guest, and a gap to Dynamo. Junior leads and ticks them right over here. There's plenty off the bit. Margins 2 lengths Bionic Man and 2 to Memphis Mac. 2 to Mismatch. Driven up Gunner from Delightful Danny. Supermoshi. The Governor held up from Trixie Bromac. 29.5 was that quarter. 61.1 for the half. 4.50 to go. And Junior has just tried to slam them into the deck. Leads a length and a half on Bionic Man, sticking with the leader. 2 lengths to Memphis Mac, 2 lengths to Mismatch, and 3 lengths to the Governor. Junior leads, turning in, 300 metres to go. Bionic Man comes out of the trail to look for a challenge. Then Memphis Mac, it's Junior in front. Bionic Man is a really big danger. Memphis Mac across wheels, 28.9 down the back. Bionic Man's made the lead. Memphis Mac has the last shot at Bionic Man. Bionic Man grabbed by Memphis Mac. Mismatch went to third. Memphis Mac too good for Bionic Man. Mismatch ran third. Fourth, the Governor. And Junior knocked up to run fifth. Next to go by is Delightful Danny from Trixie Bromac, Franco Toddy, Extreme Guest. Then Happy Sticks, Franco Hamilton, Gunner, Supermoshi, Dynamo, and Freak Like Me went for a scramble or two in the run home. Number 4, Memphis Mac, Colin DeFilippi, is going to pay $6.40 and $2.70. 6 Bionic Man at $5.40. 3 Mismatch at $5.50. He runs into fourth, the Governor, at $10. Last quarter 30.2, 2 minutes 0.2 for the last mile. And Memphis Mac, 28,000, ended up in the first 4. It'll be interesting to see what it paid because the favourites missed the top 4 here. And for Chrissy Sheehan, R.O. Wheeler, TJ Taylor and Miss G.A. Ricketts, Memphis Mac at start number 3 has been too good. Those other owners, Ross Wheeler, Trevor Taylor and Greer Ricketts, and Colin and Julie DeFilippi. And a fitting result on Darren DeFilippi Memorial Race Night, Greg, that Colin and Julie can land a winner after a very entertaining 10 furlong sting. They rarely let you down, and Bobby Butt had them ticking right over down the back.
Yeah, it wasn't quickly away, Junior, but launched after that, of course, in the RJ Dunn colours these days. And yeah, it had every chance in front, and Memphis Mac improved off the back of its first up run at Rangiora, fourth at Timaru, and beautifully driven by CJ, as you would expect, getting a lovely run back on the inside, presented at the right time and delivers. The Mark 3 3-year-old out of the Presidential Ball mare, Presidential Rose. Here's the judge's call.
Mac. Second, 6 Bionic Man, and third, 3 Mismatch. Fourth has gone to 14, the Governor, from 7 Junior and 5 Delightful Danny. 4, 6, 3, 14, 7, 5. The margins 3/4 of a length, 1 3/4 lengths, 3/4 of a length, 3/4 of a length. The winner's time was 2:31.7, a mile rate of 2:02. The last 858.7, last 430 seconds.
Welcome back to Alexandra Park. We're about 4 minutes out from race number 1 tonight. The Wish for Fish fundraiser, 22nd of July, handicap trot over the 2,200 metres. Starts our quaddie tonight. Remember, we've only got the 8 race program, so on quaddie races 1 to 4. and then 5 till 8. Memphis Mac for Colin De Philippi, 640.270. Bionic Man, 540. Mismatch, 550. The Quinellas paid 102.30. The Trifectas paid 2,124.90. And the first four with that carried forward 4, 6, 3 and 14, $16,468.80. Well done to you if you've got a bit or a slice of that first four. Favourite in the first tonight at Alexandra Park is with Lucky Fortune, trained by Andrew and Lynn Neal. Todd Mitchell takes the drive. Good run last week. Hadn't raced for just on 2 months. Showy bloke, isn't he, by Brylan Boys. And he got run down late by Sunset Peak. Tonight, the 2200, I feel, will suit him a little bit better. Second favourite here is Rain Day Jatan. I caught up with his trainer earlier in the night, and Ray Green. Ray, thanks for your time tonight. You got 5 in. Let's talk about your trotter in the first, Rain Day Jatan. Of course, placed in the Jewels, big run there, and a nice win last week.
Yeah, she bolted in last week, but and she's not gone a bad race really, just recently. So yeah, I expect her to go good again tonight.
Is she a mare that you've felt has just strengthened up, Ray? Now she's a 4-year-old mare. I mean, sometimes with trotters it takes them a while to get into their straps.
Yeah, with her it seems that way. She's improving as she gets older. She's getting a lot stronger. She couldn't have done this sort of 12 months ago.
Is she a mare now that she's in form, that going back 10 metres tonight shouldn't worry her?
No, she steps pretty good. You know, obviously them in front of her getting away, that could be a problem. But no, she steps well. She's pretty reliable. So she shouldn't be too far away, too far off the pace.
So Ray Green with his thoughts about Rain Day Jatan. Very good winner last start. Prior to that, third behind very persuasive 2,200 metres, no problem to her. Of course, a winner over this distance on this track 7 days ago. Lucky Fortune on top for me. I thought 2,200 metres, when he does step quite quickly, so expect him to go forward. Danger's definitely Rain Day Jatan. I thought the best value, runner number 4, I Got Rhythm. I tipped her out last week, and she just over-raced and pulled, and to be honest, never really settled for Kyle Marshall. If she gets away quicker tonight and settles on the speed at $19, number 4, I Got Rhythm. Put that in your first fours. And Hot Chocolate Tart, racing well tonight. Nikki Chilcott's got 2 in the race. Of course, the Crown Jewels. Hot Chocolate Tart tonight will be driven by Anna Donnelly. For me, put the 6 on top to beat 12, 4 and 11. Jason T's in the commentary box tonight. T's with 6, 13, 12 and 1. Might say hello to Jason for the first time, of course, tripping back from Forbury Park last night. Travelled safely. Jason, your numbers in the first. You're with Lucky Fortune as well.
Yeah, hi Craig, a very good evening to you, and the old travel from Forbury Park, normal hour and a half plane ride. Took me 9 hours today, so it hasn't been a great start to the day, but certainly great to be here at Alexandra Park once more for the third night of the Midwinter Christmas Festival here, being held over the last month or so. And 8 race card tonight in the first. I'm with 6 Lucky Fortune. Certainly has been a long time since Lucky Fortune was able to win, but certainly strikes a winnable race tonight. Terrascova, Rain Day Jatans. I thought Terrascova maybe was a bit of value in this race at quite good odds, given has been a touch unlucky lately, and Luxon's team certainly firing up. Rain Day Jatans, number 12, got home to score last week, and it was a good effort too after being backed and beaten in the 2 starts before. And I put in Torbjorn, number 1. He's normally pretty hard to catch, and if he does step from barrier 1, as he normally does, he's going to be in or near the lead throughout for driver Dylan Ferguson. So 6, 13, 12 and 1, a very good sized trot to start the night. 14 runners, which is great to see, Craig.
Jason, just checking to see if we've got anything through from the racing desk about race number 1 here at Alexandra Park. No, a few from Eddington, nothing at the park so far. We'll update you as we get it through from the racing desk. But a good pull in the first tonight, $15,000 in the win pool and the quaddie pool at this stage, with just about a minute left to go, is approaching $11,000. Favourite at $3.20 is Lucky Fortune with the Golden Mane. Todd Mitchell, I'm not sure if Andrew and Lynn Neal are back from their holiday. He is driving tonight, and he'll drive again. Andrew Drake will pick up a drive on the stablemate Present Arms later on in the program. Good luck with the investment. Favourite will start 310, 180 in front of Rain Day Jatan at 680. Your third favourite, Il Pirata, starting off the 10-metre handicap. Here's Jason's call on the Wish for Fish fundraiser, 22nd of July handicap trial.
So they turn into line. First on the card, Wish for Fish fundraiser, 22nd of July. Handicap Trot 2002 to start the program. They walk in. Brosnan pair drawn 1 and 2. Tourbillon and Majestic Gal. I Got Rhythm pouring the ground. So waiting for Terrascova to swing around again. Some of these have been standing a while. Drawn down on the inside. Jomo, he likes to have a rear. And he's breasting the tape at this point. John Robinson trying to get him back. They face in. There goes the tapes, is it? No, we got a false start. Looks as though Majestic Gal charged through it. Jomo was jumping all round it too. He may have had a bit of a part to play in that, but some of those trotters had to stand for quite some time, and the end result probably wasn't a surprise in the end, Craig. So Terrascova may have caused that. Looked as though she was charging through to the front tape and nowhere near her 10-metre line. So she's already on the unruly Terrascova, but you'll find that was probably what the cause of that false start was. We will have a delay. We're already 3 minutes over start time. Get your bets on. But we are probably a minute and a half away at the earliest from take 2. So runner's been called in again. Take 2 for the Wish for Fish fundraiser. Tourbillon comes into barrier 1. Almost ready again. Terrascova standing a lot further back this time. Tapes released, they're off and trotting. Majestic Gal just came out a bit side on, squeezed up Jomo for a stride. Dauntless was a bit slow, and also the Crown Jewels has gone off stride early, and up ahead, I Got Rhythm is blown to bits as well. First away was Majestic Gal, will cross down in front of its stablemate Tourbillon. Lucky Fortune, the race favourite, is moving around the outside very fast. In front of Jomo, who settles fourth from about a length and a half away, then to Rain Days Tans, then Hot Chocolate Tart, and out wide at Gin. A length and a half back then to Terrascova, Little Brovey inside. 2 lengths back then to Young Stranger, 4 lengths away El Parata, 3 back then to Dauntless, and further back then to the Crown Jewels, and one-tailed right off as I Got Rhythm. Down the far side they work, about 1,600 metres left to trot, and the lead time about to come up on the board in 49.1. And the leader is Lucky Fortune, the race favourite in the hands of Todd Mitchell. The lead margin is a length and a half. In second is Majestic Gal, down on the inside. Gin is parked out, although 3 wide on those is Terrascova working forward. Back on the inside is Torbjorn, 3 back against the markers. The next is Rain Day Jatans, who was 3 back and 1 off. Back on the inside is Jomo, 4 back the inside, covered up by Hot Chocolate Tart. 2 lengths away then 2 Little Bro, a similar distance Young Stranger. Then came the stragglers who are making up the leeway. In the running line is Young Stranger, followed up by All Parata, then Dauntless the inside. The next is the Crown Jewels, and 6 lengths to I Got Rhythm. First quarter of the last mile was 32.7. Lucky Fortune continues to lead down to the winning post with 1 to go. Terrascova up on the outside. Back on the inside is Majestic Gal, enjoying a lovely run on the leader's back. 1 out, 1 back is Gin in front of Rain Day Jatans, who was 3 back and 1 off around Torbjorn. Jomo 4 back the inside. Hot Chocolate Tart to its outside. 2 lengths back on its own is Little Bro from Young Stranger, looking to peel 3 wide. Second quarter was 30.9. Back on the inside of horses then is Dauntless, is galloping Young Stranger. We're looking to make that move. Il Parata takes up its spot, and the Crown Jewels, and still 5 to I Got Rhythm. 600 left to run, and the Wish for Fish fundraiser, 22nd of July handicap trot, and Lucky Fortuna starts to up the ante on top. He gets away 2.5. Terrascova. Majestic Gal was back on the inside and awaits the passing lane. The next is Gin. Back on the inside is Torbjorn, then Jomo. Il Parata around Rain Day Jatans with nowhere to go. Deeper out is Little Bro. Further back in the field, Hot Chocolate Tart. Third quarter comes up on the board in 29.7 around the turn, and Lucky Fortune's off and gone. Put about 4 lengths on Terrascova. Torbjorn into the clear. Jomo going back to the inside. Wider out Little Bro, galloping in behind the Crown Jewels, but this is over. Lucky Fortune gives them all a trotting lesson tonight. Lucky Fortune brains them by about 7. Second across, Torbjorn got past Terrascova late. They were followed across then by Little Bro, Jomo, Rain Day Jatans out wide of Hot Chocolate Tart. Further back then to Il Parata, then came Gin. A breakaway, Majestic Gal. The Crown Jewels galloped up the straight. Dauntless, I Got Rhythm, and Young Stranger to be the last one in. Too easy, Lucky Fortune. $2.90 at tote close, and 1 light $1.40 shot in the hands of Todd Mitchell for Andrew and Lynn Neal. Source hasn't won for quite some time, but he has dead set given them to him here in race number 1 on the program.
Official placings race 1, the Wish for Fish fundraiser on the 22nd of July handicap trot. 6, 1, 13, 15, 3, 12. 6, 1, 13, 15, 3, 12. Horse 6, Lucky Fortune, trotted the 2200 metres from a stand in 250.87. Mile rate of 24.9. Last 858.1, the 428.3. The margin's 8.5 lengths, a half length, a half length. 6, 1, 13, 15, 3, 12. Race 1, all official. Wish for Fish fundraiser on the 22nd of July handicap trot.
Lucky Fortune back in the winner's circle tonight, and about to be welcomed back into the winner's circle too by Bryce Deneen, representing the Wish for Fish Foundation tonight, and also David Turner for the Auckland Trotting Club. Lucky Fortune, a 5-year-old chestnut gelding by Bryland Boys out of How's Lucky, raced by Andrew Neal. Andrew and Lynn Neal, the winning trainers out of Cambridge. Todd Mitchell, the successful driver. Wins easily by 8.5 lengths tonight. Second, number 1, Torbjorn. 7-year-old gelding Dream Vacation, Sunlamp. Bernie Lim, the owner, for Richard Brosnan, the trainer at Ardmore. Dylan Ferguson, and third, 13, Terrascova. A 5-year-old mare by Monarchy from Barsakova. RJ Eriksson, AC Pays, K.A. Irwin, CJ Cross, and Luckchin's got a share as well. Luckchin, the trainer-driver out of Tamahiri. Lucky Fortune number 6 is paid $2.90, 150. 2.90, 150, 1 Tourbillon, $2.70, 2.70, 13 Terrascova, $3.30, 3.30. 1.6 Quinella, $11.50, 11.50. 6.1 13 Trifecta, $161.10, 161.10. 6.1 13 15 Little Bro, first 4, $1,767.30, $1,767.30. Race 2 tonight starts the turbo terminating pick 6 between here and Addington. Lead 1 is the Can-Am Construction Mobile Pace over the 2,200. Just a field of 7 to go round, so no third dividend on the race. Scratching is 8 Present Arms. Gear change 4 Trilogy has the blinds off. Race 2 due off at 5 minutes past 7 in 18 minutes time.
This field, no, don't see any other Group 1 performers, so she should be winning this, and most expect so. So she'll be across many multis. We'll get an update from the bookmakers, no doubt, as we build into this one. And we're not that far away from pick 6 getting underway. Alexandra Park, you have 15 minutes to get involved in that. Gavin Smith completing his preliminary. Of course, this one also finishes tonight's first quaddie here at Addington. Upset winner in League 2 of that was Luciano for Brendan Snow McClellan. Flying Heather's the horse there in the Phil Burrows colours, which Gavin does drive. Is the 5 in the book. 4 Stars Shiraz being driven by Dexter Dunn. He is a strong book to complete the card here at Addington tonight. And a few moments ago he gave us his time so that we could hear what he thought might unfold.
Dexter racing in terrific form, 4 Stars Shiraz. Pretty deep field this though.
It's sort of an even field, Greg, really. He's doing a great job, obviously, in the claim races where he's sort of staked his form lately. But, yeah, I mean, an even field, he could easily pop up in the first 4. He's although his competition hasn't been as strong as tonight, he's still doing the time good, so, running quick time. So, yeah, we won't be far away, Greg.
Yeah, we certainly find that with the claimers. He'll be fit, that's for sure. Donegal's Rundle's Creek in race 6, racing really well, has come up with the worst draw as a result, though.
Yeah, I think she's only C2 on the field, but she's a wee gem, Greg, and I mean she is very small, but she puts 110 in, and obviously she's showing through her form. She's in terrific form at the moment, so we'll keep that going. Although we're drawing bad, I don't think we should stop her.
Talking of wee horses, Shillelagh's not that big either, but did a great job last time.
Yeah, so both of them could go in the blue pony trots. I think Greg, they're that small, but yeah, he did a great job last time in. He's obviously had a break, so he should be better for it. Yeah, tricky draw for him first up. He might need a bit of luck tonight, but horse to follow.
Got Adele in race number 9, won very nicely first up for Tony Barron. Not so good last time though.
Probably just a bit harder run for him second up, only second start and going up a grade as well. Probably wasn't quite ready for it, Greg, but good race for them tonight, obviously, the south of the Waitaki, so he won't be too far away. I could imagine him running the first 4.
Wide open affair is race number 10, and therefore Ashes to Wings has got a place chance at least.
I think at least, Greg, I think probably ignore last form, 1950 mobile, straw on the front line. Will be blazing early. She seems to go best when she's in front, so yeah, we'll give it a crack, see how she goes, but wouldn't surprise me if she popped up in that first 3.
Yeah, look, like I say, that race is there to be won. An innocent artist meets some handy horses in the last, but he is a handy horse himself.
Yeah, he can definitely fit in this race easily, Greg. Obviously, G.I. Joe's in great form and it will be hard to stop, but yeah, his run last week, although it was 6, he was 3 wide that cover from the 1200 on a really quick speed, so he's a wee, nice wee horse who always puts in good runs, and it won't be too far away.
When are you away, speaking of going away?
Well, obviously Brisbane tomorrow, and then I think 24th of July, Tom and I head off for a bit of a break.
Can't help bad luck. I think you might deserve it. Good luck tonight.
I'll be thinking more time when I come back, Greg, to be honest. Cheers, mate.
There he is, Dexter Dunn. Another wonderful season for him, and of course Brisbane tomorrow night, Albion Park. He gets a chance to go back to back, if you like, with the Terry and Glenys Schmiel trained neck time in the Queensland Oaks. They run for about 75,000, and superstar pacer Chris and Me has been dealt another cruel blow with the barrier draw tomorrow night. Races wise, the Oaks at Group 1 level goes at 20 to 10 New Zealand time, 20 to 10, and there's been a scratching. Rock Me Mama's come out, so she jumps from gate number 3, and Chris and Me's in the race that follows that, the Group 2 Sunshine Sprint. So a bit of travel still before Dexter goes away on a well-earned holiday. There's only runners 3, 5, 6, 7 and 8 covered in the quaddie, and they're all paying the pool. Let's get to Mark Mack for his thoughts around this. The Rosendale Farm, Ken and Anne-Marie Spicer Mobile over the 1950 here, Mark Mack, and she's had a great season, Expressive Victor. She's won the 8 races and she gets another opportunity here.
She does, Greg, and she's just so versatile. Hasn't won at 1950 but placed 3 from 5. It's an imposing record that she possesses, and an imposing turn of speed she has too, Expressive Victor. It is a good field day. 4 stars Shiraz Music moving up with the Smoocher, Avros Rustler, Pay Me Out and Flying Heather, Tijuana Bromac. Expressive Victor runs the favourite. She's $1.60 the tote, $1.45 the book. Big win at Blenheim. Missed the start by 3 or 4 lengths when she galloped away, and then 55.8 the last half, and raced home to score by a length and a quarter over Highview Freddie. Back to the mobile tonight. Flying Heather drawn the inside. Pay Me Out ready. Tijuana Bromac right. As is the favourite, Expressive Victor. R&P Holmes Mobile at the release point. They're racing. And Flying Heather off the inside came out a little awkwardly. Went back to second last. 4 stars Shiraz away first from Expressive Victor. Pay Me Out tucking into the trail, and a length and a half away fourth is Avros Rustler. 2 lengths the Smoocher, Flying Heather against the inside from Music. And then Tijuana Bromac and a length and a half to Woodley Legend. Expressive Victor's going to press forward, and she'll grab the lead without using too much petrol either. And she leads a length and a half on 4 stars Shiraz. Parked up third is the Smoocher, the lead time 23.7. 3 back along the inside is Pay Me Out and a length and a half to Music around Avros Rustler. And then Tijuana Bromac and Flying Heather and Woodley Legends a length away last on the outer. It's Expressive Victor and Blair Orange by a length and a half on the Smoocher second. Third 4 stars Shiraz. Pay Me Out 3 back the inside, and ahead to Music the running line. Length and a half Tijuana Bromac around Avros Rustler from Woodley Legend, and Flying Heather whips them in. Opening quarter in 30. And the leader is Expressive Victor. This very short priced favourite. She's looking to make it 9 from 29 with 9 placings to boot. And she leads the Red Shadow Roll of the Smoocher by a length and a half, and third 4 stars Shiraz. 3 back the inside, Pay Me Out from Music, 1.5 Tijuana Bromac. 4 back the inside is Avros Rustler from Woodley Legend and Flying Heather. 7.50 to go, and Expressive Victor carts them along by 3/4 on the Smoocher. 4 Stars Shiraz will wait use of the Terror to Love It. Pine Leaf Farm passing lane and a length away fourth. On the outside Rowers Music with cover. Pay Me Out fifth, the Pylons from Tijuana, Bromac, Avros, Rustler, Woodley Legend and Flying Heather and Nobody Moves. Second quarter 29.7, 59.7 for the half. 4.50 to go and it's Expressive Victor by a neck on the smoocher. Asked to give more and go and join the leader. 4 Stars Shiraz travels well in the trail. Mind you, the leader does in front of it too. Music's on a loose rein from Pay Me Out and Tijuana, Bromac. Third quarter, 29.8. Expressive Victor turns in. The Smoocher sticks gamely. 4 Stars Shiraz back to the inside. The Smoocher put the kisser in front. Put a neck on Expressive Victor and 4 Stars Shiraz. It's the Smoocher though. Past the 75. Pay Me Out gets out. Charges at the Smoocher. They come to it and the Smoocher's in by a lip. The Smoocher got there by a head and beat Pay Me Out, and third's a photo between Tijuana, Bromac or Woodley Legend. Then Flying Heather, 4 Stars Shiraz. Next in is Avros Rustler, followed across by Music, and Expressive Victor knocked up badly and was amongst the tail enders. Number 3, the Smoocher. Jimmy Curtin, $11 and 180. He's a big horse, just took an extra run to come up. That's been a tough effort. Pay Me Out, number 2 at $8.20. And the last quarter is 28.3. They've gone 157.6 the last mile. He race parked. Woody Legend runs into third, number 9 at 5.10. And 8 Tijuana Bromac rounds out the first 4. A shadow play. People's Princess, Jimmy Curtin, the trainer driver. Winner, raced by Sandy Curtin. And Gregory, I have absolutely no interest in knowing who named it and why.
No, and that's probably where it needs to stay too, Mark. Out of People's Princess, so a breed that Sandy and the family have had good success with, and this one delivers and did it the hard way. Sat outside the hot favourite here, was very, very brave and got past her, and then Pay Me Out had a decent sort of a look at it late in the piece. Here's the call.
Pay Me Out, and third, 9, Woodley Legend. Fourth has gone to 8, Tijuana Bromac, from 1, Flying Heather, and 5, 4 Stars Shiraz. 3, 2, 9, 8, 1, 5. The margins ahead. 1 1/4 lengths, half ahead, 3/4 of a length. Winner's time was 2:21.5, a mile rate of 1:56.8. The last 857.7, last 428.1.
So really good time, 2:21.5, and the Smoocher, the 4-year-old by Shadow Play out of People's Princess, bred by Sandy Curtin, owned by her and of course trained and driven by her husband Jim. People's Princess didn't actually win a race, but she had a bit of breeding behind her. 11s and 180, Pay Me Out 8.20, Woodley Legend 5.10. Jack's Pottsville once again for his first 4-wise. 3:36.30 the Quinella, 2,000. 939.70 the trifecta, and the first 4 with that carry forward, $6,652.80 and 5.5 going forward to race number 6. Did complete a double for us. First leg was taken out by Memphis Mac. 51.90, 82.30 the concession and the quaddie. Well, most of that's jackpotted as well. Now that'll go forward to the final quaddie here tonight on the 11 race card, starting race number 8. So $8,000 carrying forward to that quaddie. You need to remember that for race number 8. All right, it's pick 6 time, $50,000 guaranteed. Terminator. Need to get to Craig Thompson to talk us again through that first leg, but the punters, Craig, at least have settled on 3 here, and you sort of have as well as the 7 Ideal Flip-Flop.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. I think barrier draws play their part here. Both Perfect Storm and Trilogy can get off the gate. Leica Hurricane's a little bit rough in his gate, but he likes to roll forward. So they should be on the speed, and I thought if there's one that can get over the top of them would be Ideal Flip-Flop, relying on a hot tempo like he did last week, went 240. The man we need to talk to is Ray Green. We'll talk to him very shortly. Pick 6 is closing in approximately 5 minutes. $50,000 guaranteed. It is terminating. It must go. Get involved into that. We've done a suggested pick 6, Greg at Eddington and myself at Alexandra Park, and this is how it looks anchoring the third leg spring campaign. So 2, 3, 4, 7, 1, 2, 6, 9 spring campaign. Just note in leg number 4 tonight in the pick 6, I believe Don's Medad is a late scratching, so that is runner number 8 out of leg number 4. Fifth leg, 4, 5, 6 and 8, 4, 5, 6 and 8, and the last leg, 6 and 10. I'll just confirm that Don's my dad out of leg number 4. Last leg, 6 and 10, $320, maybe a little bit less if there is a scratching in that fourth leg. Ray Green's got 2 favoured runners in race number 2. This is what he had to say. Ray, you've got a 2-pronged attack in race number 2, 2 very nice 3-year-olds. Let's talk about Like a Hurricane first. You hadn't raced for a month. You took him to the workouts on Saturday. Were you happy with what you saw?
Yeah, that was the best run he's done for a while. It was a tough run from him. He's trained on good since, so he should go a good race.
2 different type of horses. Like a Hurricane, he seems to be able to rough and tumble it a bit. He's probably not the most fluent in his gait, but he seems a very good stayer.
Yeah, he seems to have a big motor, and a couple of runs there I thought he should have finished last, but he's got a check. So, yeah, he's certainly got a big motor, so it stands him in good.
Perfect Storm last week, Ray. Very impressive. Very good drive. I thought Zach Butcher got away with it in front and stole it, but steps up tonight. But you think no problem taking the next step?
No, not at all. Look, this is a nice horse. He's a full brother to Besotted, and I think he could end up developing into a similar sort of horse.
So of the 2 tonight, both of them good chances, depending on what type of runs they get?
Yeah, they'll both be right there. Yeah, Perfect Storm's probably a bit more reliable than the other horse, as far as his gait's concerned. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But Perfect Storm, I think he might be a little bit sharper, having had a race last week.
Interesting thoughts of Ray Green. It's not reflected in the market because Like a Hurricane is 380 and Perfect Storm is 630. Ray's indicating in his thoughts in that interview that maybe Perfect Storm with a race last week and Like a Storm not racing for a month, maybe the sharper of the 2. So take that into account when you're taking your pick 6 and your trifectas in race number 2 tonight. In summary, I had Trilogy on top. We highlighted him last week. Of course, formerly trained by the Mark Purdon and Natalie Rasmussen team, now with the Scott Telfer and with the Telfer Garlic team, and Scott Phelan takes the drive. Lovely type, three-year-old by American Ideal. He won a race at Cambridge and was quite impressive there. Won a race at Alexandra Park and placed at Cambridge. First time up after a short layoff, 2 trials under his belt. I think he can win tonight. I don't think he's past the post, and the $1.85 is a little bit short against the $2.60 the tote. If you're shopping Trilogy, take the tote odds. This one owned by Karen Fenderellis. If you're watching, Karen, good luck to you with your son of American Ideal. I think you'll go a big race tonight. 4 Trilogy on top to beat the stablemates, Perfect Storm and Like a Hurricane. Both running chances, both like to race on the speed. So expect them to go forward early with the 2 Ray Green train runners. An Ideal flip-flop. Hasn't got the good draw, but does have a big motor and got home really well to win last start. And the time, 2:40, was 7 seconds faster than what Perfect Storm went earlier in the night. For me, it's 4, 3, 2 and 7. 4, 3, 2 and 7. Other chances in the race, Red October. Trialled very well behind Franco Cristiano before coming north, and in a race that never really panned out from last week. He went back from the draw and basically what was just a sprint home. He would be a chance, as is that horse on screen at the moment, Rax Mac. Very good winner 2 starts ago, defeating Urban Tiger, and he went 2:49 that night. But much better last week when he's driven cold, and that's the key to him. If you don't do any work with him and have one run, Rax Mac can really get home. Pick 6, 50,000 is at that pool at the moment, so let's hope it does exceed the guaranteed 50,000. Head upstairs to Jason Teese for the first leg. He's 3, 2, 1 and 7. Jason, you're with Perfect Storm.
Can-Am Construction, Mobile Pace, race 2, first lead of a turbo, terminating pitch 6 tonight. Good luck if you're on. Favourite for this, into odds on, Trilogy, 190, 180. First start out of a Telfer Garlic barn tonight. So close to a start, Mobile 2,200, the Alabar Mobile about to let them go. Green lights up, they're off and pacing. Gate speed from Trilogy 2. We'll get across the 3 inside. Like a Hurricane making it work a little. Down on the inside, Rarks Mac settling 4th, Perfect Storm. A length and a half away then to Red October. The next 2 lengths away, Formula 1. An Ideal Flip-Flop goes back to be last early as they leave the straight. 18.50 left to run, and Trilogy gets around to lead and shows the way by 2 over Rarks Mac in the trail. Outside of these then is Like a Hurricane in the breeze early, followed through then by Perfect Storm at Stablemate, who lobs the early 1-1. 2 lengths away then to Red October, a similar distance back then to Formula 1. An Ideal Flip-Flop is back at the tail and would be 10 lengths off the leaders. The Can-Am Construction Mobile pace field, and they run the lead time in 42.6. It is Trilogy, the son of American Ideal. First up here now in the north with the Telford Garlic team. Leads by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside of a leader's wheel is Like a Hurricane. Back on the inside third is Rarks Mac, as Like a Hurricane's keen parked and goes up to eyeball the leader. And the 1-1 sit is Perfect Storm. 2 lengths away then to Red October. 2.5 away in the clear is Formula 1. An Ideal Flip-Flop is still back last as the end of a straight. 1,200 metres left to run. First quarter of the last mile appears on the board in 31.2. Trilogy, the odds-on favourite, leads the first leg of a turbo terminating pick 6. A length in advance of up on the outside is Like a Hurricane, not putting much pressure on now in this quarter as Ideal Flip-Flop takes off 3 wide. Rarks Mac enjoying a lovely run in the trail. The next is Perfect Storm, 1 out. Behind that is Red October and Formula 1 back on the inside. They pack up only 4.5 first to last. Heading out towards the 850 metre mark. They're on the stables corner. Trilogy shows the way, still a length in advance. Up on the outside is Like a Hurricane, 30.6 the second quarter. 3 wide is Ideal Flip-Flop. Back on the inside and awaiting the passing lane is Rarks Mac from the 1-1 sit Perfect Storm. Formula 1 is back on the inside and Red October to its outside. Down the far side they work. They've got about 550 metres left to travel. Trilogy under siege from Ideal Flip-Flop, who's hanging badly on that corner and loses ground, and between horses is Like a Hurricane. Perfect Storm's in a pocket and needs luck. Back on the inside is Rarks Mac. 2 lengths away, Formula 1 and Red October the outside. Up to the home turn they come, 300 metres to run. Third quarter was 29.3. On the turn, Trilogy went for home from Like a Hurricane. Back to the inside is Rarks Mac. Deeper out, Perfect Storm. Formula 1 runs up and behind. Wider out is Red October. Trilogy's in trouble. Rarks Mac's headed it. Like a Hurricane there. Perfect Storm. They line up. Red October over the top. Red October moved up, grabbed the lead close to home, and Red October beats Perfect Storm, Rarks Mac. Close up also in that finish too would have been Formula 1. Then came Trilogy's only run 5th, the favourite. Further back then, Like a Hurricane, and last in Ideal Flip-Flop. Final quarter was 29.5, and they've paced around 243.4. Red October, second up here in the north for Lelivra Bloodstock and Peter and Vaughan Blanchard. And this horse sat off the speed. It was a good speed without being breakneck, and it set the race up a little for these horses in behind. Perfect Storms come with Red October to run second. Rarks Mac with the passing lane third, and Formula 1 will be the next one home.
Official placings, race 2, the Can-Am Construction Mobile Pace. 531642. 531642. Horse 5, Red October, paced the 2200 metres in 243.38. Mile rate of 159.5, last 858.9 and the 429.5. The margins are half length, the neck 1 length. 531642, all official race 2, Can-Am Construction Mobile Pace.
Number 5, Red October, gets its first win here in the north at start. Number 2, about to come back into the winner's circle. Roger Barnes for the Auckland Trotting Club down there on his lonesome here for this one. Red October, a 3-year-old bay gelding by Artificial out of Matavutu, raced by Lelivra Bloodstock Limited, trained by Peter and Vaughan Blanchard at Pukekohe, and David Butcher, the successful driver. 3 Perfect Storm second, 3-year-old gelding American Ideal Saturation, Lincoln Farms, C. Camilleri, K. Pratt, the owners, Ray Green, trained at Pukekohe, Zach Butcher. And third, 1 Rarks Mac, 3-year-old gelding Mac 3, Rarks Place, BJ, Mrs. BA, also BA, SM, NJ Fahey, and Mrs. R.A. Sinclair, the owners, Gareth Dixon, trained at Pukekohe, Simon Lawson. So the dividends, number 5, Red October, has paid $17.60 and $6 even. $17.60 and 6 even. 3 Perfect Storm, $2.10, $2.10, 1 Rarks Mac, no third dividend. 3-5 Quinella, $36.50, $36.50. 531 Trifecta, $357.90, $357.90. 5316 Formula 1 first 4, 4,405.20, 4,405.20, 65 double, 42.20, 42.20, 6 and 3 concession, $3.80, $3.80. Race number 3 next up tonight. It is the third leg of a turbo terminating pitch 6, the McConnell Stafford Bush Mobile Pace, 2,200 metres the journey. They will start a field of 11. Gear changes, number 8 Urban Tiger has the blinds off tonight. Race 3 due off 7:33.
Hint, Joey Baxter, Working Jewel and Elite Dose. Allegro Power goes 280 tote favourite. 290 Mighty Mac, the book, set to run. Racing Allegro Power stood there, and so too did Mighty Mac. Coming out well was Elite Dose. Corborn Hint goes through along the inside, then Joey Baxter. Allegro Power powers through the inside. Then we've got Opawali followed through the inside here by Homebush Spook, Working Jewel and Mighty Mac, no chance. On the turn, Corborn Hint gets its first win on the track at its 15th start from Elite Dose. Into third there was Homebush Spook, and then we had Joey Baxter. Allegro Power's run came to an end. Mighty Mac further back. Opawali was back with that, and Working Jewel. Corborn Hint. 1778, lead up 701. Oh, he deserves this. 10 placings in 14 starts prior. on this track. And tonight, two favourites around him bomb the start, and he says, thanks, I'll take this, for Jake Bell. One and 3/4 a length of nose here, and just confirming those numbers, just so tight for third at 2, 8, 5 and 4. So the 1 and the 3 messed it up at the start. Corborn Hint led and was untouched from there. Allegro Power made some ground mid-race. Jake Bell trains for Jake himself and his partner Days and Peter DeRue. Win 4, start 33. This one's been a long time coming on the track, but everything fell into place tonight with the 1 and the 3 missing it. Corborn Hint was just left in space and did the job. Results coming through here for race number 7 on the card. We're 6 minutes out from the 6th down at Addington, the second leg of the Turbo Pick 6. Corborn Hint the 2, 7.40 to 10. 8 Elite Dose 2.30 and 5 Homebush Spook $4. The Quinella 15.80. Trifecta $78. Let's go $785.60. That'll make sense. And the 2854 with the two favourites missing $3,990.90. The 8th has 1 and 10 out, 9K Martin to box 1, and we're underway at 7.43 with that. Addington our venue though for the next race 6. And Greg, we've had a couple of short price favourites beaten down there. We've just had an $17 shot win the first leg of the terminating Turbo Pick 6 tonight. $3.10 favourite here, the 9. You're keen though around the 6, My Cash.
I am, Mark. I think she can press forward and potentially get the lead here. I think Blair Orange currently sits on about 119 for the season, so clearly his best ever, and she has gate speed, and I think Blair will use that, and if she can find the front, she's drawn to the inside of Donegal Rundles Creek, who was the winner of the subsequent race last week, and is a good chance again. We heard that from Dexter Dunn. Kashan is another one that could go forward. Dance Macabre is a big improver. 4th at Blenheim on the one and only day they had there, and made up a lot of ground in that race. Definite chance. Don't know about its gate speed, but from what John said, she generally doesn't show any high speed, but just keeps on going. And obviously Glenferrie Classic, who we heard from Sam Otley earlier, is a chance in it too. But the king of Addington Raceway is Ken Barron, and he does train runner number 6 in this. Ken, winding down the season, 41 wins, just shy of what you achieved last year. Was it about where you expect to be?
Yeah, we've got some pretty good horses still there, Greg. So, yeah, we just lost a couple, sold a couple, you know what it's like. So, pretty good.
Just not really that Group 1 performer. You had a couple just bubbling under the right at the top level, but that's what you're always searching for.
Yeah, well, Better Scoot went to Perth and McArdle started in Melbourne, so yeah, they were our two big hopes to go up the grades and hopefully swamp major this year, so or next season.
Yeah, he trolled up really nicely the other day. I saw it too. My Cash in race number 6, ultra consistent this filly, and gets the draw inside race rival Donegal's Rundles Creek, which was the difference last time.
Yeah, she's very honest and going good. She's picked up a penalty-free win, so she's going to go to the paddock shortly and have a spell, and done a really good job for a big filly. You know, she needs time.
Yep, she looks a great chance there. 2 runners in race number 8. Mighty American, you must have been mighty impressed the way it went last time.
Yeah, he really lifted the bar, Greg. We were surprised to how well he went, but realistically they've got 2 bad draws. You know, one's probably going to get no hope from one in the back row, and the other one's got to cover a lot of ground. So just a shame about how they drew, but you know, we'll just see how they go.
Yeah, McClinchy being that other runner who's been beaten by a couple of fair horses his last 2.
Yeah, he was a little bit disappointing last week, but he's better this week, and he just needs the luck. If he gets the ounce of luck he deserves, well then he'll be right in it.
That's Ken Barron, yeah, 41 wins for the season, 10 shy of last year, but the season's not over, and the way their team's racing, I'm sure they'll add to that, and I think they'll go pretty close with My Cash in this one. Of course, this race, Paul and Pauline Renwick, 3-year-old fillies, and their filly is that one there, the blue with the white stars, Nigel McGrath's colours, with Jim Curtin looking for a race-to-race double with Kashana, and she's won the 3 from 19 and has raced in the top level, of course. Went around here and behind Dream About Me in the Neville final.
First four, we're at it again, punters. 2.5 minutes out from a start, $5,500 carry forward. Good race to bet into. You can play around, I think, My Cash, Donegal, Rundles Creek on top of your first fours, and then you've got Glenferrie Classic, Dance Macabre, Kashana, the second, third, fourth, maybe even Qatari Kasai, who I know Mark Mack has a bit of time for as well. 2 minutes out, and of course just over 5,500 live in the pick six. So if we get another upset, maybe two, who knows? You might not need to find all six here over the 6 races spread between Alexandra Park and of course here at Addington. This is leg number 2. There is Kashana, third here last time. That was first up since that Neverly R run. She might have been in need of that a little bit too. She did have to work off the second row and got the lead at the winning post and battled on really solidly, coming through from the bookmakers. Best backed is Donegal Rundles Creek in this one, and she's won 3 from 11 and 2 of her last 3. Of course, Jim Curtin honing in on a milestone here, Mark Mack. He got robbed of it last week, but with that win in the previous, he's even closer now. Biggest bet in this race, 2,000 on My Cash at 550. But JFC with a great opportunity here.
It'd be a good night for him to do it, wouldn't he? I thought we got it wrong, actually, when he saluted on the smoocher that he got to 1,500. But no, that was just because he's driven a winner for the boss in the previous.
Yep, well, he's been one of our greats for such a long period of time, and he will thoroughly deserve to get to that. And there's not too many around to say a bad word about Jim Curtin, that's for sure. Always with that big smile, and yeah, he's pretty close to that milestone.
Nature's gentleman, Jimmy Curtin, and this is a good field, this one. Kashana is definitely a chance. I went the 9, Donegal Rundles Creek. She was good to us last week. Wider draw, but I expect her to get forward for Qatari Kasai. I had her crossing the 3 inside of her and using that speed, and then perhaps handing up to Donegal Rundles Creek, who might hand up to one more, and then that's Qatari Kasai 3 back the pegs, which is not a bad spot for her to be. Glenferrie Classic's going to be down on the markers 2 and 6 My Cash, who might very well go forward. So 6 might lead the 9, the 4 and the 1. That's how I'll come up with the first 4 in race number 6. Whistle's gone. White cap here, John Dunn on Dance Macabre. It is a maroon cap, Gavin Smith on number 4, Qatari Kasai. Mark Jones with 2 in. Black, white, diamond and armbands on Glenferrie Classic. The reverse set with Ricky May on Smoke and Fire. Moving up. Donegal Rundles Creek, Sem's Delight gets set with Kashana My Cash. Glennis the Better, Qatari Kasai. Glenferrie Classic, Dance Macabre, back row Smoke and Fire and Queen Bee Barden. First four's pushing 20,000 with that $5,500 going forward. And just a reminder for the second quaddie, there's $8,000 in the pool already from that jackpot from the first quaddie tonight. So a bit of money floating around in the exotics. Donegal Rundles Creek, 320 and 170. Dexter Dunn. Cran Dalgetty, who's currently in the US. Or if he's tuned in online. 22,000 in the first 4. 8 turns to the back. This is race 6, Paul and Pauline Renwick Mobile Pace. They're represented by Kashana, Paul and Pauline. Ready. Green light, racing. Qatari Kasai went forward at the start. Speed also from My Cash, and Kashana's up 3 wide. Over behind them, Dance Macabre to 4th from Sem's Delight. Donegal Rundles Creek is 3 wide around the first turn from Glenferrie Classic. Queen Bee Barden between horses, and Smoke and Fire and Glennis the Better the last 2. 1,600 metres to go. Qatari Kasai holds the lead by a length on Kashana. Dance Macabre 3rd, the inner from My Cash 4th. 2 lengths to Sem's Delight, then Glenferrie Classic, Queen Bee Barden. Against the inside, Smoke and Fire from Glennis the Better, and from the outside of the arm, Donegal Rundles Creek went back to the tail. 23.1 the lead time, and it's Qatari Kasai by a length and a half. Lineup is unchanged. Kashana is parked 2nd. Stablemate of the leader, Dance Macabre, trails 3rd. My Cash in the pocket, 1-1. 3 back the inside, Glenferrie Classic. 3 back the outside, Sem's Delight from Smoke and Fire. Then Queen Bee Barden, Glennis the Better starts a run at that bottom turn, so Donegal Rundles Creek will get a card up from the tail. First quartering 30.1. They've run this at pretty decent speed, 1,000 to go. And Qatari Kasai leads at a length and a half. Second, Dance Macabre. Kashana's ahead away 3rd. She's been parked throughout in front of My Cash. Glenferrie Classic, 5th the pegs. Glennis the better, 3 wide next. Then Sims Delight, Smoke and Fire. Donegal Rundles Creek, 3 wide and 1 back, and Queen Bee Barden between them is going to ease onto the 3 wide line now. They have 6.50 to go. And Qatari Kasai leads Kashana a length and a half. Dance Macabre will wait use of the Terra Televet Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. 4th My Cash, 3 wide Glennis the better. 3 back the inside. Glenferrie Classic from Donegal Rundles Creek. Sims Delight, Smoke and Fire. Queen Bee Barden. 31.7 the second quarter. 61.8 the half. 3.50 to go. Qatari Kasai leads a length and a half. Dance Macabre. Kashana's under pressure. Glenferrie Classic held up on the back of Dance Macabre. Wide out Donegal Rundles Creek from My Cash. Third quarter 29 and 1. Qatari Kasai leads Dance Macabre. Here's Donegal Rundles Creek trying to reel them in. It's still Qatari Kasai from Dance Macabre. Donegal Rundles Creek can't reach them. RJ Quinella coming up. Qatari Kasai just in front, and Qatari Kasai has beaten Dance Macabre, and Glenferrie Classic jumped out of the grandstand to not only knock Donegal Rundles Creek out, but also picked up third in the process. It'll run fourth, Donegal Rundles Creek, then Smoke and Fire, Sims Delight, Queen Bee Barden, My Cash Kashana, and Glennis the better is the last one in. Number 4, Qatari Kasai, Gavin Smith is going to pay $12.90 and $3. 2 Dance Macabre second, a return of $2. In Glenferrie Classic, where did it come from? Nudged into third, number 1 at $2.40. First 4 ended up at $37k. Last quarter is 28.6. Again, strong last mile in 159.5. She's got good gate speed, elected to keep the top tonight, did Gavin Smith. Rated her well and found plenty. Dance Macabre with the cold shot. Glenferrie Classic was going to run about a length fourth, and in the last little bit, the run of Donegal Rundles Creek started to come to an end. Glenferrie Classic was continuing to build momentum, and she's run into third spot. But the premiership battle remains on. All Stars picked up the walkover win tonight, Greg. Didn't get one when Stars Aligned got beaten, and the Dunbarn with the Quinella in race number 6.
Yeah, 1-1 tonight, Mark, means there's an 8-win margin, and well spotted too. You found this one in your top 2. Qatari Kasai, another double-figure odds winner in terms of the pick 6. Dance Macabre had every chance in the trail to get past, but she was too strong. The filly by changeover out of Qatari kept, raced by the Qatari Downs Limited, Tony and Gay Abel.
Denise Macabre. Third, 1 Glenferrie Classic. Fourth has gone to 9 Donegal Rundles Creek. From 10, Smoke and Fire, and 8, Sims Delight. 4, 2, 1, 9, 10, 8. The margin's half a neck, 1.5 lengths, ahead 1 1/4 lengths. The winner's time was 2:22.6, a mile rate of 1:57.7. The last 857.3, last 428.4.
So very good time again here, registered over the 1950, and the last quarter in 28.4. And she's done all of the work, Qatari Kasai. That's 2 from 25. And Gavin Smith for RJ Dunn. The Quinella for him. Result coming through, and $12.93, $2 and $2.40. Glenferrie Classic, yeah, really good performance from her. She's going to win her share of races, no doubt. $45.80 the Quinella, $644.50 the trifecta, and the first 4 honed in on 40,000. It's paid $2,555.70, $255.70. Pick 6, 2 legs down. 16s and almost 13s and just 456.04 live. 5 Red October and 4 Qatari Kasai. Next to go for us is the feature of the night. It is the Darren De Philippi Memorial Handicap Trot, of course. A tragedy that happened 21 years ago when a young man was stolen from us in the form of Darren De Philippi. Drove his first winner here at Addington Raceway in September of '94. Horse called Judicial, coincidentally, for his boss at the time, Robert Dunn. Ended up with 15 wins, and this is the race all the juniors want to win. Brad's Kenny's our favourite, 210. Good support around Jean Sebastian, $9.50 and $3. 9s and $2.90 for Elvira Hest and Jessica Young, and a similar price for Bobbins and Matt Anderson, who's had a stellar season, to be fair. Wanganui Greyhounds. We'll have a look at the market for the next to go there, as we're not far off Alexandra Park
race number 3. The market for the greyhounds, and a look there at the River City. And it is the 8th. Mark's numbers are 4, 8, 3 and 6. He's with the book favourite, which is Crystal McBell, $4 and 140. And there's plenty of others in the market, including the 8, Ruarama, at $4.50. With the book, Mark 13 minutes out from a start there to your 8th on the program. And judging by the book price, half a dozen under the quote of $8.
Greg, it's a pretty tough go here. Crystal McBell at $4. Now, she jumped off box 4 last week. She led. She got beaten by Corborn Butts. He's a pretty good animal, fairly experienced sort of a dog. But it was in a 1777. She couldn't hold in that. She hasn't won off box 4 and she's had 7 attempts. But based on last week's performance, you'd think she'll be in front. She could be hard to catch here. It is a very even market. Dog in the 8 is Ruarama. And from box 8, he looks a pretty real chance. Lately, he's sort of bounced up to Class 2 and bounced straight out of there. He only had 3 runs in there last time before downgrading, and then he delivered, and now he's gone back up. But he has been to Class 3 a couple of times, so he has pushed on a couple of times. He gets a royal chance here out in box number 8 for Marcy Flip. The 2 dog is Kirkham Jack. Now, Liz Duty's taken this over. Liz has picked up a few of Matt Roberts' dogs lately, and they've been purchased and have moved into Liz's team, so her team's getting a bit bigger. And Matt probably making space for dogs that he's been qualifying recently. He's had some good qualifiers of late. Kirkham Jack's had 3 misses here, but they haven't really been misses. A couple of 4ths, and one of them was actually very close to running second. That was going back 3 starts. He's a real chance here, although he's not the quickest. And Liz has made some space for Kirkham Jack because Tracy, she used to train. It's now with Rachel Maisie for the first time tonight. That's an early look at our race number 8, which is due to go at 7:43, with K Marting the 9 coming into box number 1. Heading off to Alexandra Park, though, it's meeting code 5, race number 3, and Spring Campaign Red Hot, number 6 at $1.50.
Yeah, thanks, Rozzo. Yeah, deserves to be favourite too when you hear what Ray Green has to say about this 2-year-old. He was backed and beaten first up, didn't clear a pocket until the race was all over last week after drawing 1 the second row. Tonight he gets a better draw. He's off the front. Zach Butcher takes the drive. And he's moved in slightly in the market to $1.50 on the fixed odds. When you're getting out to a second favourite of around about $9, it just shows you how the dominance of the market here with the favourite. Second favourite is Shield Maiden. What I can tell you about her, she's a half to the very good Huey Green, this one, by Better's Delight out of Alta Serena. Got plenty of pedigree. I watched her at the trials last Saturday. Very green filly. Doesn't know a lot about the racing game, but she was quite impressive in winning her trial. There wasn't many in it, and they didn't go overly quick, but I think she's just one of these ones that you'd need to watch tonight and just see if she keeps improving. I've got her in my top 3 tonight, runner number 5, Shield Maiden. That horse on screen is very short. His trainer, Ray Green. Ray, you've got the Maiden Spring Campaign going around in the 3rd. Fair to say the barrier draw beat him last week. He ended up 3 back on the fence after drawing 1 the second row, but gee, was good at the line, wasn't he?
Yes, he was, and what was pleasing was to see that he raced really nice and relaxed back in there. Last time in, he would have had to go through the markers to avoid running over the top of them. He was a bit of a loose cannon. This time he's settled. He's quite settled, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes tonight. I think with his ability, if he does everything right, he should win.
Mate, I'd asked you off camera. I said, how would he compare with a horse like Vasari? And you said, listen, he's got a very big motor.
Yes, I think he's as good as Vasari, and in raw ability, probably hasn't. He hasn't had the manners of Vasari, but hopefully that's changed now. We'll see tonight.
Everything goes right, expecting a very good and maybe a winning run tonight.
I'm very hopeful. Yes.
So Ray Green with his thoughts about Spring Campaign. 180 and 90 cents now on the tote, 150 on the book. If you're playing outside the favourites, where do we look? Well, Urban Tiger, I must have tipped him out. He's had, 12 starts? I reckon he's tipped him out 10 times. He's gone good races without saluting the judge. Again last week, back in the field, running on to run 4th. He's one of those horses you've got to have in, and his day will come. I'm not sure if it will be today, But if you're going to back him today, you're at least getting a decent price. He's been $2 and the majority of his starts tonight. You're getting closer to 12-1 around Urban Tiger. So if you've backed him in the past and you want to stay loyal, you're getting a nice price about Urban Tiger, and I think he is the value in the race. Shield Maiden at $9. As I say, the filly inside Urban Tiger. One to watch in upcoming weeks. This one owned by the Greens. Brian Hughes trains and Maurice McHenry takes the drive. She is very green. She'll learn a lot about tonight's racing. But I think she is a horse of the future, runner number 5, Shield Maiden. And of the rest, I thought Jessica Bromack's been racing quite nicely. She's a chance, as is that horse on screen, Step Up. Now, people look in the book and say, only 7th last start, but she carried a flat tyre the entire trip. Didn't finish all far away from Amar, and she trialled very well the week before. We had Scott Fallon on last week. He said, quite like this horse. One to watch. Horse 4, Step Up. With the right run, will be very competitive here, $14. And the absolute blowout in the race, right down the bottom of the book. Number 11, Bopper Jet. A horse that's got all the ability in the world, but doesn't play the game. Again, did things wrong last start. When he gets it right, he's pretty good. Bopper Jet, and he's one of those ones with a big carry forward in the first 4 here that could really spice it up. So, first 4 at the moment, as we just refresh the computer and see where we're at for race number 3 at Alexandra Park tonight, is climbing as we speak, of course, around about $3,500. I think it was a little bit carried forward from the previous race, and I expect that to keep climbing. So if you're working around the favourites, get involved into race number 3 tonight. Jason teases numbers in race number 4 tonight. He is with 6, 5, 7 and 4. 6, 5, 7 and 4. Sorry, in race number 3, his numbers are 6, 5, 3 and 7. 6, 5, 3 and 7. His spring campaign on top as well. Jason, as I come to you, on the back of this, they've got the Wanganui Dogs hard on the back of race number 3 tonight. Favourite there is Crystal McBell, just in front of Ruarama. But Jay's spring campaign, Ray Green's given it a decent push. Said, I think he's as good as Vasari.
He was pretty unlucky last time. He got caught 3 back on the markers, and you're desperately unlucky up the home straight. 2-year-old, going places for sure. This one, Zach Butcher aboard, and I think he'll win. I like Shield Maiden. I had a look at her trial at Pukekohe last Saturday, and it was pretty good. And, of course, qualified in that quick time behind Juice Brogdon a couple of weeks ago too. It might have been 3 weeks ago now. So Shield Maiden, obviously plenty of ability by Better's Delight out of a great race mare in Altus Arena. Has to be respected on debut. Jessica Bromack, 2 good seconds her last 2 starts. Probably just about had every chance last time, but beaten by a rejuvenated Amar. And I put a number 7, Armour Blue Chip Boy, as one to follow here. He's probably the best maiden down in the Waikato at the moment, this horse. He did win like a very good horse 2 weeks ago at the workouts. Maybe a little bit disappointing on the Saturday just gone when second, but he hasn't raced since August last year. And he was just a weak 2-year-old at that point in time. He's now a late 3-year-old, and he has developed a lot more. He's got a lot of speed, and I notice he's in on Sunday at Cambridge as well. He might be one to follow over the next month or so. He'll definitely win a race at short notice. Number 7, Armour Blue Chip Boy. He's definitely in my top 4 in this race. 6, 5, 3 and 7 as they. So the McConnell Stafford Bush Mobile Pace field. In behind the Mobile, Maiden Paces here. And 2,200 metres. Favourite spring campaign is galloping and won't settle at this point in time. And they've backed him in very, very short, this horse. He is back pacing. Nervous times, though. He's at 150 on the tote, 145 on the final field. He rejoins his spot now. Bopper Jet scoring up tonight. Machine Guns and Gems down in 1. Janet Guthrie, a lot of money on this horse on the final field market. So close to a start. Race number 3, third leg of a turbo, terminating pitch 6. Screen lights up. They're off and pacing. Gate speed from Janet Guthrie tonight. On the inside, Machine Guns and Gems wants to race it early. Coming across from out wide is the favourite spring campaign. Closer in then is Jessica Bromack. And next on the inside, Savannah. Then Whiskey and Fristy Step Up. Length and a half away then to Shield Maiden. Armour Blue Chip Boy back to the inside of Urban Tiger. And 3 lengths away then to Bopper Jet, hanging badly at the back of the field. 1,800 metres left to run, and the hot shot favourite Spring Campaign has found the top and leads a length and a half over Janet Guthrie in the trail. Third without cover, Jessica Bromack. From back on the inside, Machine Guns and Gems. A length and a half away then into the 1-1 sitters. Step Up around Savannah. The next Whiskey and Fristy the inside. Shield Maiden to its outside. The lead time 44.6, so just moderate. Back and beyond midfield as Step Up peels out of the 1-1 now to go around and face the breeze. Shield Maiden follows it around. Then came Urban Tiger back and behind these Whiskey and Fristy. Third last from Bopper Jet, and who's galloped or going roughly at least second last. And Armour Blue Chip Boy gets underneath that. Off the back and down the side, about 1,300 metres left to run. McConnell and Stafford and Bush Mobile Pace field. The end of a straight and new leader Jessica Bromack's gone around and taken over now from Spring Campaign. Third up on the outside is Step Up. First quarter of the last mile, 32.3. Three back on the inside is Janet Guthrie. Shield Maiden 1-1 as Urban Tiger lights it up 3 wide. Back on the inside of horses 4 deep, the pegs, Machine Guns and Gems. Urban Tiger's having a crack for the lead around out, and the speed went on. Armour Blue Chip Boy the outside, 2 lengths Savannah. Last of the horses with the chances, Whiskey and Fristy and Bopper Jet is now tailed off. Out to the 800, Urban Tiger and Mangos, who went right around and took up the lead by the 800. Second quarter was 29 seconds, so he put the burn on too. He leads a length and a half. Jessica Bromack. Spring Campaign, though, was able to get away from the peg. Step Up now 3 wide. Back on the inside, Machine Guns and Gems from Janet Guthrie in the running line 2. In a race of changes, Armour Blue Chip Boy goes back to the pegs. The next outside of it, as they come off the back then, is Shield Maiden. Well back, Whiskey and Fristy Savannah. Down the far side, 4.50 left to run. It is Urban Tiger. A length in advance of Step Up the outside. Jessica Bromack awaits the passing lane. Third quarter was 30 seconds. The next Spring Campaigner, who got a 1-1 for now, and now comes 3 wide. Janet Guthrie 4 wide. Further back, Machine Guns and Gems. Armour Blue Chip Boy, 200 to go. Urban Tiger's off here. He put 2 lengths on. Jessica Bromack, Machine Guns and Gems. Spring Campaign's not running on. Next Step Up, wider out Janet Guthrie, but Urban Tiger, he picked a great night to break his maiden. Blinds off. Urban Tiger brains them. Second, Machine Guns and Gems in front of Jessica Bromack. Out wider, Janet Guthrie. Spring Campaign only very fair. Next then, Shield Maiden, Armour Blue Chip Boy. Further back, Step Up, Whiskey and Frisky, Savannah. And Bopper Jet will finish, but he made another mistake. Final quarter was, that's 28.5, 58.5 the half, 244.6 was the winning time. Urban Tiger, where's he been? Urban Tiger wins at start number 13 tonight.
Official placings, race 3, the McConnell Stafford Bush Mobile Pace, 813-264, 813-264. Horse 8, Urban Tiger, paced the 2,200 metres and 244.62, mile rate of 2 minutes, 0.4. Last 858.6 and the 428.5. The margin's 5 lengths, a short head 3/4 of a length. 813-264. Race 3, the McConnell Stafford Bush Mobile Pace.
Urban Tiger, start number 13, breaks his maiden tonight, about to be welcomed back into the winner's circle. And to be joined by Linda McConnell and Stephen Stafford Bush from McConnell Stafford Bush and Associates Limited. Also Murray Goldsworthy there for the Auckland Trotting Club. Urban Tiger, 3-year-old bay colt by Better's Delight from Tiger Dion for Pam and Lindsay Turner. KR Shadbolt and M.A. Henson. Brent Mangos, the winning trainer driver out of Pukekohe. Second one, Machine Guns and Gems. 3-year-old filly Santana Blue Chip out of Eshup. RG and Mrs. P.E. Frampton own. David Marshall train at Cambridge. Kyle Marshall in third. 3, Jessica Bromack. 3-year-old filly Mac 3, Jasmine Bromack. P.T. Blanchard and A.J. Hughes own. Peter and Vaughan Blanchard train at Pukekohe. David Butcher. Urban Tiger, $12.10, 220. Number 8, 12.10, 220. 1 Machine Guns and Gems at $5.60, $5.60 the place. 3 Jessica Bromack, $2.20, $2.20. 1-8 Quinella, $90.90, $90.90. 813 Trifecta, $655.70, $655.70. 8132 Janet Guthrie, first 4, $7,220.60, $7,220.60. And there's a carry forward of $4,000 through to race number 4, which is the JMV Chartered Accountants Fillies and Mares Mobile. 1,700 metres the journey, field of 8 to go to the post. All drivers are as carded, no gear changes. Race 4, new start time, back 2 minutes, 8:05 for new start time.
Welcome back into Addington Raceway as we count down to, I think we can call it time honoured now, 21 years since the tragic passing of a very talented young man in Darren DeFilippi. Of course, it only started, or was in his infancy of his driving career. Drove that first winner for Robert Dunn here at Addington Raceway in September of '94, judicial, and yes, he was stolen from us after the Geraldine races. And this race has been run and won over that period, and it is the most sought after, no question. You talk to any of the juniors, they say this is the race you want to win. We've got a hot favourite in Brad's Kenny, and he'll be hard to beat, but he's very short. in a race that often has thrown up an upset. I'll let you in on some of those previous winners very shortly. There's the result, 5, 8, 6 and 9 at the Greyhounds, 480, 190, 180 and 250, 1250 the Quinella, 161, 10 the trifecta, and the first four $672.30. Double dividend there for you as well. And the concession, of course, 2.5, $22.50, 2.8, $11.20. So a definite winning chance is Brad's Kenny. Well bred, of course, out of 1 under Kenny. Previous winners of this race. No Need won at 96 for Jamie Keast. Mark Jones won at 98 with Sylvia's Star. Stephen McNally with Russ the Legend in 2000. Lisa Godsall, now of course Lisa Orange, with Burgeon for Carl Middleton, the late Carl Middleton in 2001. Gavin Smith with Bristle for Paul Nairn in 2003. Nick Erdgren, who's the head steward here tonight, he won it with O'Needon's Legacy. Gavin won it again with Atomic Dusk. There's been a few paces chucked in there from time to time when there's been a lack of numbers. Sam Smolensky won it with Amber Gambler. We get down to Matthew Williamson, who won 3 on the bounce. 2 for his father with Maori Invasion and Beyond Reason. And then he won it for Bevan Heron with William Lance. Robbie Close with Ale Rouge in 2014. And Jessica Young won it last year for Andrew Fawkes with Aaron Chief. And of course, she has a distinct chance in this with Elvira Hest, who's racing in wonderful form. A second at Rangiora last time behind Don's Medad, who of course was a late scratching for this race. Jean Sebastian was 4th in 2014, 2nd last year, gets in off the front. I think he's a realistic each-way chance in it. 880 and 270, $9 with the bookmakers. The 11 Bobbins, a good second to Brad's Kenny last time. Then you've got the likes of Petite Royal and Hey Yo for Jack Harrington. It is the race of the season for the juniors here, Mark Mack. I know they have the National Premiership, but this is the one they all want to win.
It is, isn't it? It's really high on their list, this race, and it'll be competitive. And the juniors, well, they tend to go on looking at the names that have won the race and become very accomplished drivers, apart from Nicky became a steward. Late scratching is Don's Me Dad. Elvira Hest about to come up. Jessica Young, Andrew Fawkes looking to go back-to-back in the race. Robbie Holmes won it 2 years ago with Ale Rouge. Robbie has Petite Royal going around. Kim Butt takes the drive on Petite Royal. She ran 4th behind Amaretto's Son last time. Hey Yo, an upset winner over Total Exposure by 2 lengths. Jack Harrington takes the drive on her again tonight off the 10 metres. Javasian, White Cap, Lauren Lester, Red Cap, Matt Purvis on Yankee Commando. The Darren DeFilippi Memorial Junior Drivers. Elvira Hest, Bobbins, couple in here for Phil Williamson. Bobbins wears the Williamson colours and Brad's Kenny's in the Mid-8 Syndicate colours, the blue and yellow. King of the Roses, Dusky Air. Natives Lasting Love. Sun's Invasion, represented by Nathan Williamson. Cherie Tomlinson has the drive. Bacardi and Coke, a last start winner at Rangiora when it rushed through the gap. Craig Ferguson and Peter Robertson. The juniors, for the race they want to win, are pretty close to a start. Bobbins led up. Having a rare Natives Lasting Love. Tapes are back. They're racing. Total Exposure went straight to the lead. Natives Lasting Love had a rare but landed in a trot, and it looks like everybody's down safely. Total Exposure leads over Yankee Commando. Dusky Air easing in behind them from King of the Roses, finding the pegs. Galloping now Yankee Commando, and Brad's Kenny's a little wayward too. The favourite is trotting again, but it's wide on the track. As coming back through the field is Yankee Commando. Jean Sebastian somehow missed it with some nifty footwork. The leader is King of the Roses after that little bit of a scrimmage up front, and King of the Roses gets out by a length and a half on the now trailing Dusky Air. Bacardi and Coke 3rd and Total Exposure 4th, the inside from Sun's Invasion. Next to the pegs is Chivasian, underneath of Petite Royal 1.5 Hey Yo. The pegs is Elvira Hest and 2 lengths to John Sebastian, 1.5 Bobbins. The inside Yankee Commando from Brad's Kenny, and 2 lengths away is Natives Lasting Love. Lap and a half to go. Lead change coming up as Bacardi and Coke rolls to the top. Sun's Invasion goes up to park 2nd around King of the Roses. Petite Royal about to go to 4th, and now pockets Dusky Air. Then came Hey Yo from Total Exposure. John Sebastian, the speed's not bad. Against the pegs, Chavasion from Bobbins, and then came Elvira Hest, and a length away Brad's Kenny. Yankee Commando second last, and Natives Lasting Love is last of all, 14.50 to go. It's Sun's Invasion and Cherie Tomlinson, the lead time 1:21.4. Bacardi and Coke is second for Craig Ferguson, and parked up third, Petite Royal for Kim Butt. Three back the inside, King of the Roses for Katie Cox, and Ayo and Jack Harrington is going to leave the 1-1 when Matt Anderson and Bobbins came forward. Dusky Airs against the pegs, getting off now for Darren Keast. Brad's Kenny and Brad Williamson moves from John Sebastian and Jeremy Markham, who might latch onto the back of the favourite here. Total Exposure's inside of that pair for Inika Lee. Next to the markers, Chavasion for Lauren Lester from Elvira Heston, Jessica Young. Natives Lasting Love, John Morrison, and a length away last, but on the three wide line is Yankee Commando and Matt Purvis. First quarter in the Darren DeFilippi Memorial, junior drivers in 30.7. And the leader to the back, the final time is Sun's Invasion, Bionic on Hey Yo. Bacardi and Coke's a length and a half away third from Petite Royal. Bobbins is out there three wide. King of the Roses hemmed up three back the pegs. Dusky Air held up the middle. Brad's Kenny three wide and one back from Total Exposure. Then Elvira Hess, John Sebastian. Next to the inside is Chavasion from Natives Lasting Love. And last of all is Yankee Commando. Second quarter 30.2, 60.9 for the half. Hey Yo hammered Sun's Invasion down the back. So much so Sun's Invasion's gone, and Hey Yo's two in front. Bacardi and Coke came to second. King of the Roses up to third. Brad's Kenny flat to the boards. John Sebastian loops the field. Bobbins one off through the middle from Elvira Hest. Hey Yo turns for home. Third quarter in 30.5. Margin 2 lengths, King of the Roses. Then Bacardi and Coke and John Sebastian. Hey Yo, King of the Roses goes after it. John Sebastian still runs on from Total Exposure. The leader, King of the Roses, now went past Hey Yo, John Sebastian, but it's King of the Roses and Katie Cox. They'll take out the Darren DeFilippi Memorial. King of the Roses beat Hey Yo, and third in John Sebastian. Total Exposure ran fourth. Then came Chavasion and Elvira Hest. Bacardi and Coke, Dusky Air. Natives Lasting Love, Yankee Commando, Brad's Kenny, Sun's Invasion, Bobbins and Petite Royal are the last few in. Number 4, King of the Roses, Katie Cox, 14.70 and 3.50. 17, a Hey Yo, Jack Harrington at 4.10. And 2, John Sebastian, Jeremy Markham, 2.60. 30.8 the last quarter, 22.1 for the last mile. The winner by Monarchy out of Brylan Rose, Katie Cox and John Verstig. Winner raced by John. And also Bernie Hill makes it 2 from 15. It was a slashing maiden victory, and has stepped out tonight and taken the Darren DeFilippi Memorial for the junior drivers. Hey Yo went the attack on Sun's Invasion down the back, and it nearly worked, other than King of the Roses was lurking close enough, and John Sebastian kept making ground after being forced wide around some tiring horses turning for home. Didn't let us down, Greg. It's always an exciting race. They all had their chance. There was a couple of gallopers early on, but they didn't lose anywhere near enough ground that would have taken them fully out of play. Here's Mark to confirm, then back to Greg.
King of the Roses, second 17, Hey Yo, and third 2, Jean Sebastian. Fourth has gone to 3, Total Exposure, from 1, Chavasion, and 10, Elvira Hest. 4, 17, 2, 3, 1, 10. The margin's 1 length, 3/4 of a length, 1 3/4 lengths, 3/4 of a length. The winner's time is 3:23.8, a mile rate of 2:06.1. The last 860.9, last 430.6.
And 110 for the season for Katie Cox, 45 in her career, and she'll take great pleasure out of taking out this very much sought after race, the Darren DeFilippi Memorial Handicap Trot. King of the Roses, 14.70 and 3.50. Of course, one is maiden here by 14 lengths, trained by John Verstig. Second at the line, Brave, Hey You, perfectly positioned throughout by Jack Harrington, 4.10. And another placing in this event for Jean Sebastian, $2.60 for Jeremy Markham. 144.40, that's your Quinella dividend. 1,717.40, the trifecta. And the first four's paid 3,335.20 with 3,200. It's a carry forward-a-thon in the next with 8,000, and of course the quaddie and now 3,200 in the first 4. 156.50 the double, $82 a concession, and that treble 3, 4 and 4 is paid $7,620.50. Race number 8 for us, the Bromac Lodge, no live units in the pick 6, so it's a pick of the 5 at least. It's underway at 8.23. We need to get to Craig Thompson. My goodness, we throw up the Turbo Terminators and look what happens. We find double figure odds winners all over the place here, Whale. I don't know that there'll be one in this though.
To be honest, Greg, I've never known a night like it. I think there's been carry forward in first 4s on many of your races. Another one carried forward in this race here of $4,000. You've got a jackpot in your quaddie for your late quaddie, and pick 6 is gone. 2 legs to go. Been pretty tough shopping, I suggest, for punters tonight. The big winner out of it, the TAB, because plenty of carry forwards and plenty of jackpots means the pots are building. So we've got another one going into race number 4 tonight. Quaddie weight. I think there's 4 horses paying $6,000 in the quaddie here. The rest are paying $13,000. And that was with the favourite winning the first leg on Lucky Fortune. That has been the way it has been right through the night. A couple of trainers to talk to here. First up, Ray Green. Ray, Killer Queen's been racing well, but probably not in the same form she was around Christmas time. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if she's not performed up to her previous races. She had an epiglottis surgery, and which was successful, but she hasn't sort of come back since then. So I think they lose a little bit of confidence, you know, when they have these problems, and she might have to get a bit more confidence.
Good luck with her tonight, Ray. You've got 5 in. I expect to see you in the winners' enclosure on at least a couple of occasions, and let's hope the run continues with you and along with the Lincoln Farms.
Thanks, Craig.
Well, it hasn't worked out that way for sure. Did talk to Zach Butcher about spring campaign. He said very disappointing. Was there at the 400, felt good, just didn't kick on. So $1.50 favourite, very disappointing in the last. Of course, they ran second in the race prior with Perfect Storm, and Like a Hurricane was unplaced, so it hasn't been the night they expected early on. Rain Day Jatan just fair in the first. They have Killer Queen at $8 here. Todd McFarlane, he has Millview Sienna in race number 4. Todd, thanks for your time tonight. 3 drives left. Let's talk about Millview Sienna, a horse you train in race number 4. She was a winner 3 starts ago. How have you felt she's gone in the meantime?
Yeah, she's probably gone okay. Tonight's distance 1700 will suit her down to the ground, and she's got a little bit of gate speed, so hopefully we can stay handy throughout.
She was a big filly earlier on, Todd, and I thought mentally and physically she'll improve with age. Has that been the case?
Yeah, I think so. I think she's probably still another preparation away. She is a nice horse with a lot of speed, probably just a little bit weak and immature at the moment.
So that's Todd McFarlane with his thoughts on Millview Sienna. Big filly, $35 for her. Of course, a winner 3 starts ago, so good price if you like her. Money here for runner number 5, Raka Razor. $4.50 into $3.60, hearing from the bookmaker's desk. So that's where the money's going for the next at Alexandra Park with Raka Razor, and she is my top tip to win this event. I thought she was good. She had to work twice last week. The reason I thought she went so well was not did she only hit the line when running second, but the lead-up time last week was 40.7. She was on the speed, got pushed back, and came again at the line. Thought it was a super run. Can she get across Whitecliff Chapel at the start? That'll be the big question. Whitecliff Chapel very quick off the gate. So for me, it's 5 on top to beat 6 Eclipse Me, who's been racing super. 8 You and Me Babe on the back of that 240 last week. Probably have to go back from the draw, but will be running on. And Whitecliff Chapel with a gate speed puts herself in the mix. The other one you'll need, Killer Queen. For me, 5 on top to beat 6, 8 and 4. Jason in race number 4 tonight. He's 6, 5, 7 and 4. 6, 5, 7 and 4 in race number 4 tonight. I'll just quickly go back and give you those quaddies for tonight, with Lucky Fortune taking out the first leg, second leg by Red October, third leg Urban Tiger, 13,000 Atomic Betty, 13,000 with Cape Black, No ticket with Millview Sienna. Whitecliff Chapel 6,000, 6,000 Raka Razor, $6,000 with Eclipse Me, 13,000 Killer Queen, and 6,000 with You and Me Babe. Let's head upstairs to Jason's teaser's call on the last leg.
So fifth lead of pitch 6, which has gone burger. It's been too tough after 4 legs. Close to a start, 1,700 metres for the fillies and mares. At Atomic Betty down in 1. Close to a start. Green lights on, they're off and pacing. Gate speed from Millview Sienna, also charging forward. Whitecliff Chapel, Atomic Betty down on the inside. Out wider on the track is Raka Razor as well. The lead time off the arm in a quick 6 seconds. Ending up back in about 5th spot on the inside is Kate Black. Out wider on those 2 is Eclipse Me, 2 lengths Killer Queen, and 3 away You and Me Babe. Off the back and down the side at great speed, 1,300 left to run. Whitecliff Chapel being taken on the outside by Raka Razor. Whitecliff Chapel not keen to hand up though. Raka Razor in the park position. 2 lengths away third. Atomic Betty holding up the trail. 2.5 Kate Black at great speed. They buzz through that first quarter and 27.5. Fireworks here in race 4 on the program. Back 50 Eclipse Me parked out around Millview Sienna. Next on the inside is Killer Queen second last, and You and Me Babe the outside. They have to drop the speed. Raka Razor found the top and put the anchors on out by the 850. Leads a length and a half. Whitecliff Chapel, Atomic Betty third. Eclipse Me up on the outside, second quarter and 30.8. Back on the inside of horses, 3 pegs is Kate Black. Eclipse Me now 3 wide on the way forward outside of Atomic Betty. A length and a half away, You and Me Babe. Millview Sienna the inside, second last, and last on the outside is Killer Queen. The JMV Chartered Accountants field, head down towards the 500 metre mark. Raka Razor, the race favourite, leads a length and a half. Whitecliff Chapel waits the passing lane run. Up on the outside of the leaders, Eclipse Me. The next Kate Black in a pocket outside of it is Atomic Betty. Third quarter up on the board in 30.4. Back and behind these horses then awaiting space. Millview Sienna. Well back is You and Me Babe, and Killer Queen comes to the outside on the turn. Raka Razor and Eclipse Me, they go for home. Back to the inside, Whitecliff Chapel, then Kate Black out deeper. You and Me Babe, Eclipse Me. Masters Raka Razor, Whitecliff Chapel with plenty offer up the passing lane. Whitecliff Chapel swish up. Is it a hat trick? You better believe it. Whitecliff Chapel wins again. Second across will be Raka Razor. Kate Black third in front of maybe out wide You and Me Babe or Eclipse Me. Further back then to on crossing Killer Queen, Millview Sienna. And last in was Atomic Betty. Final quarter, 28.8. 2:03.8 the time. Great time. And Whitecliff Chapel. Well, this horse, it was involved in the 27.5 opening sectional, and she just loves it too. Greg Shirley, Eddie Clark and Andre Potama get the cash here. Raka Razor's game and defeat. Good efforts by the first 2, given they had to do so much work. And out wide, You and Me Babe, is it run third? Just as my screen switches to the front on replay.
Official placings race 4, the JMV Chartered Accountants Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace. 458-627, 458-627. Horse 4, Whitecliff Chapel, pace the 1700 metres in 203.86. Mile rate 157.2. Last 859.3, the 428.8. Margins, 1 1/4 lengths, a neck, a short head. 458-627, race 4, the JMV Chartered Accountants Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace.
3 wins in a row. Whitecliff Chapel, number 4, been welcomed back into the winner's circle by the big team from JMV Chartered Accountants. Peter Taylor and the team down there tonight. Also Pat Gubb from the Auckland Trotting Club. Wycliffe Chapel, 3-year-old Bay Filly by Mac 3 at Avant, raced by Chapel Holdings Limited. AA Billington, Greg Shirley, who does the training at Pukekohe, with Eddie Clark, of course. Andre Potama, the successful driver. 5 Raka Razor, 3-year-old filly, Rock and Roll Hanover, Raka Rach, BJ Fahey, the owner, Gareth Dixon, Pukekohe, Simon Lawson in third. 8, You and Me Babe. 4-year-old mare, Better's Delight, Viva La CC. For the You and Me Babe Syndicate, Tony Hurley, he trained at Papakura, Tony Cameron. The dividends, Wycliffe Chapel, number 4, $4.80, 170. 4.80, 170. 5 Raka Razor, $1.40, 140. 8 You and Me Babe, home third at $2.10, 2.10. 4-5 Quinella, $9.30, 9.30. 4-5-8 the trifecta, $66.10, 66.10. 4-5-8-6 Eclipse Me first 4, $186.20, 186.20. 8-4 double, $50.40, 50.40. 8-5 concession, $19.10, 19.10. 5-8-4 treble, $2,607.20, 2,607.20, and completed the first quaddie. Numbers required: 6 Lucky Fortune, 5 Red October, 8 Urban Tiger, 4 Wycliffe Chapel, $6,056.10, $6,056.10. Takes us on to race 5, Southern Cross Finance Mobile Pace, 1,700 metres the journey again here. Field of 8 to go to the post. Gear changes, 1 Joe's Dream has the blinds on, sliding blinds come off. 3 Franco Exeter, blinds are off. 7 No Way Else, sliding blinds are on and the blinds come off. New start time for this, 8.35, back 1 minute. 8.35 for race 5 on the program, which starts off the second quaddie tonight. Race 5 due off, 8.35.
Pushing up between runners, out wider on the track to Docker, and back to last is Making Time. Into the back goes Corborn Mezza. Hawkesbury Fever stalks it a length away. 2 lengths back then, 2-4 from Graces, followed through there by Opawishe. Further back on the race then to Boston Hard, Docker, and at the back here as they come to the corner, Making Time. Corborn Mezza's going to lay some very good bets here. Hawkesbury Fever second. Third was Opawishe, and probably Docker getting up for fourth with a good late dash. Through on the inside, Boston Hart. We had 4 from Grace out wider. And back towards the tail of the field then, Making Time. 30 and 41. Money kept pouring in, and Corborn Mesa delivers. 2-1-5 and 8 here. 2-1-5 and 8. 11.63 the run home. Matt Roberts lanes a beauty here for Stu Dickinson with Corborn Meza. First go at the 5:20 last week, and after losing its place, it was all right. As I say, probably got home as well as Hawkesbury Fever. Got to the front here, led Hawkesbury Fever, and couldn't reel it in. 1 1/4 by 2 by 3/4. Corborn Meza's by Spring Gun out of Corborn Indy. Some nice dogs in the litter, but they've mainly been sprinters. 5:08 the lead up. Missed the second mark there. No great times tonight with the gusty and rather cool wind. That's been a nice performance. And it's now win 6 at start 10 here on the track, and win 7 overall start 14. But it's first middle distance win at a second go at it, and that is excellent, and I hope that she continues over the middle distances. Corborn Meza. I think we've given you as many details as we can for now. Watching them early, she took a bump off Boston Hard early too, and still was able to muster and head off Fall From Grace, and she just faded over the concluding stages. Fall From Grace, Hawkesbury Fever staying underneath her, Pawache getting to the rail. Can you believe it? Just missed that middle section again. It rolled off as I looked out the window. Got the result coming through anyway. That's the main thing. 2 Corborn Meza, $5, 2.20. 1 Hawkesbury Fever, $2. No third dividend of 5. Quinella 7.10. Trifecta 92.60. 2158 first 4. $276.80. It was 18.78. Persistence pays there. And the latest treble 2, 5 and 2. That's Corborn Hint, Homebush Tiare and Corborn Meza at $281.50. 1 treble to go. Starting race 10. Wanganui Toyota Class 4s and 5s over 520 metres, featuring some outstanding dogs like Flying Merkel, Miss Eldora, a Group 1 winner. Scusi's a Group 1 winner too. They go round at 8:43. Greg, as we head down to you at Addington Raceway, saw the Darren DeFilippi Memorial in the previous. I'll never forget the day I heard the news about Darren's accident. Of course, before he died too, he's quite interested in the greyhounds. Used to come out to QE2 a bit, raced a dog or two. We raced a few Darren DeFilippi Memorials out at QE2 as well. Good to see it still going there in the harness game, and good to see Colin there tonight too, and a smile on his face. But as we come back to you, it's been very tough for the Turbo Pick 6, and now the interest is, how many winners are you going to need? 4 or 5?
Exactly. Could be as little as 4, Rozzo, because it's been an extremely tough challenge for the punters today. Just going back to that Darren DeFilippi Memorial, 21 years since the young man passed away, robbed of his future. And of course, tonight, Katie Cox winning it. Katie worked for Colin and Julie for a spell too. Of course, she spent time with Dean Taylor and Ashley with Ken Barron. So, pretty appropriate winner, I think, tonight. Terrific contest, as it always is each year. Now, in terms of the punting for this race, we've got another carry forward in the first 4 of 3,200. And of course, a carry forward of over 8,000 from the first quaddie tonight. An indication that it's been a bit of a challenge right across the program, not just the pick 6, as Rozzo alluded to. $1.75 favourite in Freedom Fighter. Mentioned before, spoke to John Dunn about him. He said, look, we've always rated him, no question about that. His first up win was good. He's better when following the speed, but where he's drawn again, he's likely to have to go forward and take advantage of that over his toughest rivals, who are likely to be probably Mighty American, definitely McClinchy, who's awkwardly drawn, and therefore he might find himself in front again. Ultimate Fella was super at the far lap. Gee, that was a good run. Did a power of work to get to parked at the 1100 and then just pressed on, and too good for Rummage, who's not the worst horse. There's McClinchy. Got a theory. I reckon there might be enough speed early on that if he can get off, and if he does get off, that's his best chance of winning the race. If he doesn't, well, it's in the lap of the gods, isn't it, for McClinchy. Last start winner, Ballymore Boy, the 12 in the book. Robbie Holmes, of course, has a couple in the race. He has the 1 Fulham Royale and the 12 Ballymore Boy. Now, it's to be driven by Craig Thornley. Now, Craig is supporting a black armband there. Today, unfortunately, we farewelled Pauline Polly McRae, of course, wife of Ken and mother of Stephen McRae, or better known as Sticks McRae, and to the entire McRae family, our thoughts are with you. And Craig wanting to wear a black armband on Ballymore Boy, so if you see that, that's the reason why. And yes, our thoughts are certainly with that family, wonderful harness racing family, the McRaes. There's the 11 in the book, Tattoo, drops from a 2 to a 1 grade tonight. The 11-year-old's a rising 12-year-old who's won the 5 and was 5th at Rangiora behind Nick Mac Willie. There's a close-up of Craig Thornley, of course, so strongly associated with the Styx McRae barn, and yeah, his thoughts certainly when I spoke to him earlier today were with the family. Inside 3 minutes out from a start, we'll get an update in terms of where things are at with the quaddie. It was close to 20,000, and I'm sure it's got well past that now. So if it hasn't been your night, and let's face it, whose night could it have been? Nobody's live in that Terminator, and there'll be a few out there winning, but not many. Here's your chance, 25 or 23,000, honing in on 25. Should get to 35, let's hope maybe even 40. And the first 4 here is honing in on $7,000 with that carry forward of 3,200. So Freedom Fighter stands out. McClinchy's a definite chance but needs luck. Ultimate Fella really good last time. Shillelagh's trolled up all right. Neat wee horse this. The winner of 2 from 12, did a great job last time in. Was actually 4th in the final at the Cup meeting, the Show Day Futurity. And Ashton Kay won that. And look, he's a pretty smart horse, and Shillelagh raced really well through that period. And it's trolled up okay. 2nd at the most recent Rangiora trials and behind Go Fella Go. Actually settled nicely, parked from the half mile and kept going. They got home in 58 and 28. So he can run fresh too. I think he won a 2nd or 3rd start. Up to you, Mark Mack, for the 8th on the program. As the quaddie exceeds 25,000 over on TFB Trackside 2. We're heading to Mildura for race number 7, but there's still plenty of opportunities to get back some of this money that's clearly gone down the gurgler tonight.
Haven't we had some jackpots tonight?
Well, when they keep rolling home at double figures, and just going back to Expressive Victor, just pulled too hard earlier on tonight. Some news from the stewards, pulled too hard in that race, so punters disappointed by its performance. And also the favourite getting beaten in race 3, Mark, Stars Align. Hung in badly around that final bend and had trouble steering it. Tim Williams found the line okay, and yeah, they might even put the blinds, which they had on at the trials, back on next time. What about their trialist on Tuesday, Mark? The All-Stars team, they'll rock out Party On, Custodian, who obviously won the walkover, on that handy 3-year-old Heaven Rocks. He'll be in the Breeders' Crown heat next week, but he'll be at the trials here on Tuesday.
It's not bad.
Ashburton on Tuesday, I think they are.
Not bad for a winter's trialling, is it, with the Breeders' Crown on?
It'll be a bad day out, would it? Rocking them out of the barn, but good race to bet into this, Mark.
It is indeed, yeah. Super quality field, this one, and Ken Barron with 2 in. Ken's got the red cap on 9 Mighty American. Blair the white cap on 10 McClinchy. Robbie Holmes with 2 in 2. Fulham Royale. Robbie wears the black cap. Craig Thornley the white cap on number 12, Ballymore Boy. And just echoing the sentiments on the passing of Mrs. McRae from a very, very esteemed harness racing family, and Craig Thornley wearing the black armband as a mark of respect. Quaddie, 42,500. And it ain't done yet. First 4 at 11.5. Good luck if you've had a go in either of them. Bromac Lodge Mobile this is. Fulham Royale, Emily gets set. Ultimate Fella. Cruisy Dudes, Mackwater Jack, Freedom Fighter, Shillelagh, Articulate, Mighty American. Back row McClinchy, Tattoo, Ballymore Boy and Better Luck. Race 8. Quaddie leg 1. It's a big pool. Green light, racing. Cruisy Dude left, fast speed from Ultimate Fella. Imola's to their inside and finds the markers first, but Ricky's keen to lead with Cruisy Dude. Smackwater Jack's 4th around Fulham Royale, and Articulate being sent 3 wide at the first turn to go to the breeze. Freedom Fighters in the running line from next to the markers McClinchy and then Tattoo. Another 2 lengths away next as they went past the 1,600 metre mark is Ballymore Boy. Against the inside, Better Luck from Shillelagh and Mighty American taken back to last. Lead time, 23.4. Top of the straight, Ultimate Fella. Presses on, takes the lead off Cruisy Dude. Articulate goes up to join Ultimate Fella. Smackwater Jack 4th around Imola. Then Freedom Fighter, and against the inside is Fulham Royale, but is going to angle off to follow the favourite. McClinchy's against the markers from Tattoo, Ballymore Boy, Better Luck. And then came Shillelagh and 2 lengths to Mighty American. It's Articulate and Jess Young by 1.5 lengths. Opening quarter, 29.2. They've run this a good clip. Second, Ultimate Fella. Cruisy Dude. 3 back the inside, pocketed by Smackwater Jack. After all those changes, Freedom Fighters 5th and 1-1. Emila's 4 back the Pegs and a length and a half to Fulham Royale. Against the inside, McClinchy from Tattoo, Better Luck. Then Ballymore Boy. Shillelagh and a length and a half to Mighty American. Half a mile to go. And it's Articulate. Out by a length and a half. Leaders back running second. Ultimate Fella. Smackwater Jack's half a length away third. Freedom Fighters going now off 3 wide out of the 1-1. Then Cruisy Dude. 2 lengths to Fulham Royale driven up. Emila's against the inside. Shillelagh out wide starts a run around McClinchy now off the markers. Then Better Luck, Tattoo's gone. And further back is Ballymore Boy and Mighty American. Articulate lead. Second quarter 31.861 the half. And Articulate gives a good side at the quarter. Ultimate Fella waits on the Terratella at Pineleaf Farm passing lane. Freedom Fighters 3 wide but on a loose rein. And then came Cruisy Dude. Smackwater Jack dropped off. Third quarter 29.3. It's Articulate a length and a half. Ultimate Fella they're closing in. Cruisy Dude, Freedom Fighter and Shillelagh down the middle. Cruisy Dude went to the top. Freedom Fighter, Shillelagh come after Cruisy Dude. It's Cruisy Dude, collared by Shillelagh and Freedom Fighter, and Shillelagh won it. Beat Freedom Fighter, Cruisy Dude. Ultimate Fella ran 4th, McClinchy laid into 5th. Then came Ballymore Boy, Fulham Royale, Better Luck. Articulate gave you a great sight, but was swamped in the run from Mighty American. And then Smackwater Jack, Tattoo and Imola is the last one in. Number 7, Shillelagh, Dexter Dunn. What a great finish that was. $16.10 and $4.20. Second home will go the way of, I think it's Freedom Fighter. Number 6 at $1.40. Cruisy Dude was getting through on the inside. Number 4 at $4 for the place. And Ultimate Fella's going to run 4th. That is how they'll be placed. Shillelagh, Dexter Dunn and Michael House sustained a run from about the 700 metre mark. Not seen since January. Second behind Go Fella Go at the trials at Rangiora on the 29th of June. Tremendous finish, Greg, and in the end, Shillelagh fresh up. Good effort to score, not having raced since the start of the year.
Nice effort from this 4-year-old by Artificial out of Butte's sister. So that's the Badlands Butte family. And, well, he's come from a long way off the mare. Very good training performance, Michael House. Dexter Dunn doing the driving. Got into the train and got onto the back of the right horse and Freedom Fighter, who looked flat at the top of the straight. And Dexter's gone straight on by. 2:07 for the season. Here's Mark Gallagher's call.
And third, 4, Crazy Dude. Fourth has gone to 3, Ultimate Fella. From 10, McClinchy. And 8, Articulate. 7, 6, 4, 3, 10, 8. The margin's the neck. A short head, 1 length, half a neck. Winner's time was 2:22.6. A mile rate of 1:57.7. The last 857.9. Last 428.8.
So very good performance fresh up here by Shillelagh, taking out the first leg of the final quaddie here at Addington Raceway tonight. And double figure odds about it again. 48,000 into the quaddie pool. In the end, 16.10 and 4.20. Freedom Fighter 140. Cruisy Dude $4. 17.10 the Quinella. 418.30 the trifecta. In the first 4, 764 and 3. That pool got just shy of 19,000. Paid $3,625.20. 3 to go here at Addington. Pick 6 update. Well, we know what's happened there. 0.92. 0.92. So congratulations to you. We need to confirm that you needed 5 of them. $63,272. $63,272. Well done to you getting a piece of that. Inside 6 minutes out from a start. More people will be getting involved in these Terminators, Craig, as a result of what's happened tonight, I'm picking, because most of us have gone a beckoning, so we'll have to rock up and have another crack again next week.
Strange not a fair, isn't it, Greg, with so many double-figure odd winners, including your last at Addington Raceway there, Shillelagh, at $16. It's been the theme of the night. We start our late quaddie here, Greg, race 5. with a small field, and we've got an ex-Southerner here in Major Ben now with the Barry Purdon team, a very short priced favourite. He trialled up here on Saturday. He draws the outside of the gate over 1700, which is not ideal for a horse that's never been right-handed. He's a $2 favourite. I did like Joe's Dream from the inside here. She's a proven short distance horse. She's got gate speed and inside draw. She's $4.80. Arden's Choice at $5. Barry takes the drive. The best roughie in the race, Bryden Ideal, $15. I thought this horse went a cracking race last start and drawn to get a lovely trip. Maybe the blowout in the quaddie tonight. Let's get to Todd McFarlane. He drives the ex-Southerner, Franco Exeter. Todd, you pick up drive here on Franco Exeter up from the South Island now with Dave and Claire McGowan. The form looks good, but probably in a grade a little bit lesser than this.
Yeah, look, I don't really know a lot about him, so, we're going to learn a lot tonight. Certainly can't fault his form. He's got winning form on the board, so, that's a bonus. But it is a pretty hot field tonight, so anything I think we can get tonight is a bonus.
He's won 4 from 8. He may be a horse that punters watch out for in upcoming weeks over the winter.
Yeah, I think so. It's probably a horse, I'm going to learn a lot about him tonight, and the punters will as well, and just see where he actually sits at Alexandra Park.
He's coming out of an amateur driver's win last start, and of course prior to that was racing at Forbury Park. So it is a big ask. He's won 4 from 8 and been very well placed. $13 for Dave and Claire McGarren. Todd McFarlane takes the drive. Joe's Dream, inside draw here, $4.80 the book, $5.10 the tote. She was a winner 2 starts ago, went 156 and winning here. Very good gate speed, Joe's Dream. Of course, she raced in the Jewels, ran 7th there at Cambridge, and then was an immediate winner on the back of that run at Alexandra Park. Last start she went from a stand, was very slow away, put the line through that. Mobile short distance, inside draw. Thought she could go close tonight. Obviously Major Ben picks himself. He was placed in the Jewels behind Heaven Rocks. Very good 3-year-old. 3rd behind Buster Brady at Addington in a very competitive field. My concern is when he trialled right-handed at Pukekohe on Saturday, it wasn't that comfortable, but he got round the bends okay. I'm sure he'll improve with the run, and Barry Purdon, a master trainer of these paces. I expect Major Ben to go a big race first up at the park tonight. So it's 1 to beat 8. Put Bryden Ideal in as the best roughie tonight, punters. He's going to get a good run. He hadn't raced for an awful long time before that run last week, and it was a good effort. That was behind Shandale. Nice draw. He's a Class 4 horse in a Class 2 field, Bryden Ideal. And of the rest, Arden's Choice and Bevan's Cullen, both of them up to winning a race like this. Bevan's Cullen for Robert Dunn, $11. Arden's Choice for Barry Purdon, $5.30. Starts the late quaddie here at the park tonight. Of course, the earlier one paid around $6,000. The late quaddie here, the pool approaching $9,000, and you've still got 2.5 minutes out to the first leg. The Southern Cross Finance Mobile Pace, 1,700 metres. Second leg of the quaddie features 4A up against Mum's Pride and Djokovic. Djokovic chasing 4 in a row, been in great form. They've been from stands. Tonight's from a mobile. Takes on a horse that's won 9 races at the park in Mum's Pride. I know James Stormont expecting a big race from Mum's Pride tonight. 4A very good at the trials on Saturday. Look for those 3 to fight out race number 6. I thought Snowraker, very hard to beat in race number 7 tonight. Was impressed with his run behind Perfect Storm and Mr. Euroman in a 55 last half last week at the park. Other chances in the race. River Emperor's been racing super. Present Arms gets a good run through from the second row, and he's a blue chip boy. Been in great form. You may need many of those. The last leg of the quaddie tonight, the bottom 2 for me. Minstrel Boy and Stunning Banner. Minstrel Boy, very good last start. Sat parked out to beat Liberty Sticks. Stunning Banner, first up for the Todd Mitchell team, will be on the improve. And Zach's Patrol might be the forgotten horse in the race. David Butcher picks up the drive. I think he'll suit this horse in the last leg of the quaddie tonight. The rain just starting to come down at the park tonight. We've got through the majority of the races unscathed. It looks like it's set in for the last 4. Jason, as I come to you, race number 5 tonight. Your numbers here. You're with 8, 6, 4 and 1.
Yeah, got to stick with Major Ben. Been a big fan of this horse for a long time, and good luck to all the Dunedin-based connections. Phil Crichton, Graham and me watching on tonight. And Yes, I'm sure Major Ben will be very, very tough to beat here. His runs at Pukekohe the last 2 Saturdays have just been outstanding. The times he's run, 2:31 and 2:32 respectively. They are quick around Pukekohe, so certainly Major Ben for me looks to be a major chance here. I like Bevans Cullen. He'll show gate speed. There is plenty of gate speed in this race, of course. Arden's Choice unsighted since the duels. Her trials have been okay, and you Joe's Dream from Barrier 1. She's obviously won over this trip from Barrier 1 before, and she gets into this race well as a C4 pacer, drawing inside her C2 and C3 rivals. So for me, 8, 6, 4 and 1 in this one, race number 5, but they'll run some time. There's no question about that. We saw a 2-3 race earlier on in the program for the 1700, and these horses certainly capable of running, well, a lot quicker than that. So should be very entertaining early. Whoever finds the trail or lead in this particular race will obviously be very, very hard to stop. Southern Cross Finance Mobile Pace Field move up and behind the mobile. First lead of a late quaddie. Favourite is Major Ben, 220. Joe's Dream, second favourite at 5.10, 190. A few of these former Southerners and also current Southerners owned in the south and trained up here, the ones that aren't. So we'll start. 1,700 metres, about to go. And they're off. Over on the inside, Joe's Dream had great gate speed. Bright and Ideal was trying to follow her early. Out wider, Bevans Cullen turning on the power from out wide. Arden's Choice, Franco Exeter, and next is Charleston Bell taken back off the arm with Major Ben the favourite. And back with it now as they run off the back the first time is No Way Else. Off the gate in 6 seconds. Down to the home turn. 1,300 metres left to run, and Joe's Dream holds up the lead. 2 lengths in advance of Bright and Ideal on the leader's back. They open up 3 lengths, Franco Exeter. The next up on the outside is Arden's Choice as they enter the lane. No Way Else goes back to fall back the inside. The next Charleston Bell. Major Ben, the race favourite, second last, but looking to peel 3 wide. And now last of all is Bevans Cullen. First quarter of the last mile, 30.4. In control, Joe's Dream, where she likes to be, leads a length and a half. Bright and Ideal second. Major Ben loping around the outside. He'll be parked shortly. In front of his stablemate Arden's Choice, will be eased to the 1-1. 3 back the inside is Franco Exeter. Charleston Bell now 1 by 2. 4 back the inside is No Way Else. And last the outside is Bevans Cullen. 800 left to run. Second quarter only 32.3. It's been a good lead for Joe's Dream, and now starts to turn up the wick down the back. A length Major Ben the outside. Back on the inside third is Bright and Ideal. Arden's Choice 1-1. Over on the inside is Franco Exeter. Charleston Bell to its outside. Well back is Bevans Cullen the outside, and No Way Else back on the inner. 6 lengths first to last. As the Southern Cross Finance Field head across towards the 450, Joe's Dream. Major Ben ready to pounce the outside. Third quarter, 28.8. Back on the inside, awaiting the passing lane, Bright and Ideal. The next is Arden's Choice from Charleston Bell coming 3 wide. Further back, Franco Exeter, Bevans Cullen. 200 left to go, Joe's Dream. Major Ben the outside, Bright and Ideal with the passing lane. Deeper out, Arden's Choice. Joe's Dream, Bright and Ideal. The danger up the inside. Bright and Ideal goes to the lead over Joe's Dream, storming home. Charleston Bell too late. Bright and Ideal will beat out wider, getting to second. Arden's Choice in front of Joe's Dream, Bevans Cullen. Then came Major Ben, knocked up late to 5th from Charleston Bell, wider out. Further back, No Way Else, and last in Franco Exeter. Final quarter, 27.5. It's a last half and around 56, 25.2 the winner's time, and Bright and Ideal for Michael Blakemore with the beautiful run on the inside. Arden's Choice, once it got off the back of Major Ben, has stormed home, and Joe's Dream will be third. Maybe Bevans Cullen up the inside and 4th spot in front of Major Ben. That'll be tight 4th and 5th, but
Official placings, race 5, the Southern Cross Finance Mobile Pace, 241685, 241685. Horse 2, Bryden Ideal, pace the 1700 metres in 205.18. Mile rate of 158.5. Last 856.3 and the 427.5. The margins, 3/4 of a length, a half length, 1.5 lengths. 241685, race 5, Southern Cross Finance Mobile Pace.
So the winner of the Southern Cross Finance Mobile, number 2, Bryden Ideal. Been welcomed back into the winner's circle by Julia Millwood from Southern Cross Finance, Peter May from the Auckland Trotting Club. Bryden Ideal, 7-year-old bay gelding by American Ideal out of Tracy Bryden. Brian, the estate of a late Brian Newbury, the owner. Jeremy Young, the winning trainer from Pukekohe. Michael Blakemore, successful driver. Second, 4 Arden's Choice, 3-year-old filly, Pan-Pacific Flight, Winter Rose for JR and Mrs. J.A. Stiven. LE and Mrs. LJ Rosavere, Barry Purdon, the trainer-driver from Clevedon, and third, 1 Joe's Dream. 4-year-old mare, Gotta Go Collect, Marilyn Bromack for Mrs. L. Grayling, G.J. Gooden, Mrs. J.A. Gooden. Amanda Kitty's got a share as well. She trains at Pukekohe, Sean Grayling. Bryden Ideal number 2, $14.70 and $2.30. $14.70, $2.30. 4 Arden's Choice, $1.70. $1.70. 1 Joe's Dream, $1.40. $1.40. 2-4 Quinella, $41.50. $41.50. 2-4-1 Trifecta, $295.90. $295.90 in the first 4. 2-4-1 and 6 Bevins Cullen, the first 4. $1,369.30, $1,369.30. Race 6, BDS Chartered Accountants, Mobile Trot, 1,700 metres the journey for this. Scratching is 6L Bundy, field of 8 to go to the post. Gear changes 4 Franco Nadal. Fixed deafeners go on. Also the blinds on and removable deafeners come off. Race 6 due off at 3 minutes past 9.